Hey now, we're live. It's me and Noun
Hey
right
now.
now. We got to get the other two fuckos in here. Jesse's like never on Discord. I gotta text him. I mean, we got a little time, but still, yeah.
I'm gonna try restarting Discord.
Oh, okay. I'm still low volume.
Yeah, I can't figure out what the problem is. I'm assuming it's on my end.
Okay. Hey now. Well, while you're doing that, I'm gonna. Well, she's doing that because she's not here anymore. I'm going to get the word out that we're live.
Making an attempt.
Oh, you're back. That was quickly.
Oh, still quiet. I don't know what the problem is.
That's bizarre. Let me look in my my personal settings real quick. I mean, I could up the output volume. Here, I'm going to put it up a little bit. How's
Well,
that?
fun.
How's that?
That sounds good.
Nicholas, how are you?
Hey, just a heads up. I blocked and banned Flower from everything a little bit
Whoa.
ago because she was toxic and
What?
manipulative.
Really?
What's the
Yes.
username?
Pun. We're live right
So-
now.
Oh, you could have told me that.
Okay. Well, I
That's
literally
fine.
just did the whole spiel right before you came on.
That's all good. Either
Okay.
way, we'll talk after.
Yes, talk after. Because
But-
there was an issue with her once on T-Sparkle stream that was a little weird, but ever since
Yeah.
then, she'll be fine. Speaking
I
of
just-
which, there's a T-Sparkle with a host.
What's up?
Hey, EB Agent, Riddle, Al, how y'all doing? We're just waiting on Jesse. I just texted him. He's typing. I got the 3 bouncing
Big
dots. He goes, all right, hold on. And like the shock-faced emoji. How you doing, Nick?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, great. I always look forward to doing this show.
I mean, I don't know what I'm getting myself into, so it's gonna be fun either way.
It's fun. It's a fun show. It's very not taken seriously. I've been doing this for
Lists.
lists. Yeah, I've been doing this for 9 years. Jesse was actually the original host of it. It was me.
Nice.
It was me and Jesse, and it was made as an excuse for me and Jesse to do something together on YouTube because it was YouTube before it was Twitch, and then Tanya was on it. Believe it or not, Tanya, who ain't shit.
She's so ain't shit.
She so ain't shit. And then Peyton, who also ain't shit.
Yes, Tampon Factory.
Yeah, you'll definitely have to. I will have to talk after we about
no,
what you
I'm
just
just- I'm
told
just
me.
like-
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
I didn't know that anything was an issue because she comes to my stream sometimes and she usually is like, "Oh, hey, I'm lurking. What's up?"
Yeah, like I said, we'll talk after. I just
Okay.
want to just in case something does occur.
Okay, if
You know.
anything happens. Hey, I see a Courtney.
Hey, Xanthia. Long time
Oh.
no talk.
T Sparkle. So sorry that you're dealing with some bullshit. And before I head out, Tanya ain't shit. Oh my God, EB, huh? Tampon Factory.
I figured out what the problem was with my volume.
Oh yeah.
I didn't have the earbuds plugged in all the way.
That would do it. I did up my volume though, so I should be like really loud now.
You were all of a sudden just like the loudest, but
Shit.
that was because I had like turned you up to 200% and stuff.
All right, well I'm gonna lower my output back down to the default here. There we go. Okay, so that's the default. Do I sound okay, guys?
You
Please,
sound
great.
Okay. So we're just waiting on Jesse. I'm gonna go with the spiel. We're gonna introduce Nick to the show, and what is happening? EB Agent,
Yeah,
thank
this
you.
was
Thank you for the host.
It's been so long, Xanthia. It's been like a couple hours. I can't believe it.
Whole few hours since y'all played Stardew, right?
Yeah.
an entire few hours.
And hey, Riddle. Riddle's real name is Nick? I didn't know that. I've known Riddle for like a while, and this is the first I'm hearing when his first name's Nick.
Oh, that's how I spelled Nicholas as well.
There you go. You know what's funny is I didn't know Pun's real name until a vulnerable moment on Twitch with Sanctus Martyrdom, where he broke character. It was amazing. He took his hat off. He cried. It was really great.
I think I might have been there for that, to be honest.
And Tanya missed it because,
She ain't shit.
none of that was ever important. She didn't get the importance of Twitch, I don't think.
That'll happen.
Yeah. Puppy power. Hey, Manic, did you edit those lists that you sent me? Because, you had a few problems there. Nick, are you a fan of Rush by any chance?
Rush, as in what?
The band Rush.
I'm sure I've heard.
Okay. Well, we have a few. We have like one or two lists that Manic sent us that have to do with Rush.
Okay.
Daryl really does have an awesome real name.
Hi, Flower.
Sorry.
Oh, you did some editing? Cool.
Let's see what Rush has for a.
Well, they had like 19 albums over a period of like 45 years. So. You've definitely heard them at one point. Like, if you ever...
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure.
Yeah. If you ever turned on classic rock radio for more than just a few minutes, you've heard a Rush song.
Yeah, I'm sure. I worked in a kitchen. I mean, it was very...
there you go. Okay. Jesse needs to... Oh, wait. The 3 dots are bouncing again. Jesse needs to get his ass in here. Do. Oh my god.
Oh gosh, while we're waiting, I'm gonna go refill my glass.
Cleaning while listening, cool. Okay, so Jesse has said if he's not here in time, which would just be in a few minutes, we're going to start without him because he's got to poop.
Understandable.
Yeah,
I mean, that's legitimate.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I emptied out right before I sat up, so sometimes it's got to happen. Sometimes I got to do that in the middle of a stream, and Gibbs goes insane. Although he tends to only do that during the daytime streams for some reason. So, well, okay, so let's address the new host since we're waiting on Jesse anyway. So Nick is new to the List Critics, and the reason that we have Nick instead of Kyle is I got a text from Kyle basically last week that basically said that he was going to step back from List Critics due to overwhelming stress. And Barrel, thank you for hosting for 5 viewers. I guess that counts as a raid, right? Where's Gibbs right now? Laying on my bed peacefully. Barrel, thank you for the host. How is it going? But, basically, poor Kyle has just had a really rough go of it. I was going to say this year, but it's January, but that also includes all of 2019 and a lot of work-related stress, a lot of school-related stress, and also some other stuff that I'm sure he doesn't want me to just say. No, you have 5 views, Barrel. That's why I say always raid. Tally, what's going on? How's it going, Tally?
I'm back.
Oh my god, I love the Power Gibbs 5000 there. Look at that. Guillotine Chan is thirsty for some billionaires. Hey,
Oh my
AJ.
God.
You knew, like, I bet you, like, as soon as you heard that, you're like, that's got to be AJ.
Yeah, slightly.
Yeah, there's no way that anybody else comes in here saying it exactly like that.
Just shouting anything that comes to their mind immediately.
And it's always the most amazing horse shit.
Like, how did that come to your brain at that moment?
Please no Steppy. You know what's funny is that during dinner, Mom had, I don't know what channel it was, but it was one of those like historical drama things about the Revolutionary War, and they had the first unfurling of that snake flag. And AJ, thank you for the tier 2 sub, 5 months, herbal duh.
And fries.
And fries. That's right. Now beat me to it, but I was doing the dramatic pause. The dramatic pause. So anyway, we were watching this, and they had the unfurling of the snake flag, and I said, today it means something else.
Oh, it is such a meme in the furry community.
Please, Miss Steppy.
Please no steppy is a good one, but then there's also like no step on snick,
Don't snip
and then
snick.
there's just so many funny ones.
My favorite
And
is
then there's like, please step
mask.
on me, daddy.
the mask one. Somebody stomp me. Okay, y'all. Jesse's late, but we're gonna.
It's okay.
Yeah, he's taking a shit. I mean, let's be real. It's
Big
necessary. It's necessary. Big poops. We're gonna get started here. In just a second. But like I said, we are welcoming Nick to the show. Like this was really super short notice.
That's okay.
So
Within the last week or two.
no, I'm
It's like
thanking
5 days ago.
Yeah, it was last week, and I was thinking of who has a good voice and a good personality who could replace Kyle, and you were actually my first choice, Nick. So I didn't talk to anybody else before you, and I was just like throwing it out there. I thought that the answer I was going to get was I can't do it this Sunday because I have X, X, and X. But maybe next time. But you were down for it, so I thank you so much for coming.
I had
on the show
nothing.
with me.
I got nothing going on tonight, so I was like, why not?
Was Wayne next choice? Actually, yes, Wayne was the second choice. Last choice would be bringing Tanya back.
Oh God. We just tell her she ain't shit just the entire time.
By the
Every
way,
single time she said something, you ain't shit.
I'm still waiting for a list like top 10 reasons Tanya ain't shit. You know,
Oh God.
there were multiple people who said they would do that, but it hasn't yet been done. But we're gonna kill the music, and we're gonna go over to the list critic screen, which is right here. Ah, there you go. There's music. You couldn't hear the music? Oh, I did have the volume rather low, AJ. You might not have been able to hear it, but I did have some 8-bit goodness going. But anyway, we're gonna start as we always do. Oh, let me explain it because Nick's new. Let's explain how this works, Nick. So I explained it a little bit over DM, but basically I read out the list. Y'all guys react to it. We discuss it, and then at the end we give it an arbitrary rating. Like if it's a top 10 list, we're rating it out of 10. If it's a top 15 list, we're rating it out of 15. Kind of like very easy to understand. Do not take it seriously. The points are made up and nothing matters.
So it's whose line is it anyway? Rules. Got it.
Basically, yeah. That's
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, we had a few ex-hosts who used to take it super seriously and like count up each item on a list that they agreed with and like do math and shit. I just throw numbers out. Like, oh, I feel like this is a 10 out of 15 or, like that.
Out of this amount of numbers, I feel this.
Yeah.
It's a banana out of a potato. Like, I get it.
Basically, yeah.
And I give this rating a broken marriage out of 10. Okay, so I should have tried to do Pro Jared's voice for that. Instead, it came up as Casey Kasem. I don't know why that was a thing. All right, let's start as we always do with 21 instances of Tumblr getting deep, brought to us by pleatedjeans.com.
Oh, this will be good.
Yes, this is always fun. So number one, Krebstar3000 here posts a image from a really, really old Namor comic, where Namor is just like, mankind, ugh, a dog, a barrel, ridiculous. And Mike Tooch says, when you're in a bad mood, but there's nothing actually wrong. That's true. You ever...
Yeah.
You're just in a shitty mood and everything's fine and you're just bitching about bullshit that there's nothing wrong with?
Even when you
When
claim
you
that
want it,
barrels are wrong.
It's just like you're gonna be in a bad mood. It's so
Yeah.
weird.
There's some times where you're already
just mad
fucked.
at everything.
Big mood. Big mood.
Biggest mood. Number two, RI Spirit shows this screenshot from Pokemon Go where their character is like literally face to face with a Snorlax. It looks like the Snorlax is squaring up against him. And it says, you want to go, mate? And then Celtic Pyro says, you are in desperate need of a comma, which is true because it could be taken as you want to go, mate.
All right, it made me giggle just hearing the description.
You
so
want to go, mate? You know what? I mean, there are people who would absolutely have relations with Pokemon.
you know what? I don't want to hear about that.
I'm not one of them, but I'm just saying that's why like some of the more humanoid ones make me a little uncomfortable for that reason. But I didn't think that anybody looked at Snorlax like that. Just saying.
I mean, I was gonna make a comparison to Let's Eat Grandma and like whether the comma is there or not. Like, let's eat, Grandma. And then you made it weird.
In defense of the Oxford comma, let's eat
Special
Grandma.
of the day, Grandma.
What big teeth you have. Okay, number 2, Gryffindor says, do you ever get so annoyed at everything that you start to get pissed off at even little things like a spoon clinking against a bowl or sounds of people talking? And then Princess Failure says, I think it's called sensory overload. It's really common in people with anxiety. Randa Bitches says, it can also be a result of sleep deprivation, stress, or even dehydration, and then might be Insane Forever says, thanks, I thought I was just a bitch. Hey, Moogle. That's real, though. Like, you're not a bitch, you're just suffering from one of those things. Okay, number 4 starts with a thing from White People Twitter, where Shannon here, and by the way, is I know that everyone says that like Karen is the default white woman name, but Shannon is the whitest white name ever that ever whited. I just want to put that out.
I'm not a
there.
fan of Bridget or Brittany. That's just me. Like I feel like those names. I feel something when I hear those names, and I'm just like.
You know what's funny is I had a boss named Shannon once, and she was pretty much transparent.
Shannon is like the Gen X name.
It is. You're right. It is. Yeah, she was really pale. She looked like Morticia Adams, but and everybody thought she was such a bitch, but I thought she was fantastic. So I had no issues with her.
It'll happen.
Yeah. So Shannon here says, a dating app that matches horse girls with men who exclusively take pictures holding fish. Retweet if you agree. And then Melksnichali Mermixid. They really got to curate these names. They don't need a dating app. They married each other right after high school. And then Zyblick says, that's just Christian Mingle. Called the fuck
That's
out.
farmersonly.com. Duh.
Oh, there,
Oh my God.
I hate that exists. I just wanted to put that out
does?
there. I hate that exists. Like, that could have been a fantastic joke that Nick just came up with just now, but that's real.
Oh my God.
It's an actual real
I
dating
wish
site.
I wish you hadn't told me that.
You didn't know
Sorry.
about it? There's commercials for it, like on actual television. It drives me insane.
Actual
long as it's just
television, that's a
included,
thing that
it's
still
okay.
exists?
Terry has pointed out that horse girls could mean a few different things depending on context.
Oh no.
But I
Oh,
assume they
no.
mean like Courtney, a girl who has a horse. Just saying.
Oh no.
And then AJ, oh no. Oh no. I am being nice.
Oh God.
Point your wrath at Terry. Okay, number 5, Minutia R says, where did you learn to fight like that? I have 3 I've seen this one. I have 3 older brothers. Really? Yeah, Wilson played first table on the chess team. Chester used to start crying every time he heard a sad song. Dan can really rock a cocktail dress and 6-inch heels, and I wasn't going to let anyone give them any shit for any of that, so I had to learn to beat up people bigger than me pretty early on. And then, real kaiju have curves. Just want to pause to
Jesus.
appreciate that name. Says, this is my new favorite post. Whenever there's a female character who fights, it's always because she's learned from older male relatives. I'm going to print this post and put it on my wall because it gave me new hope for humanity. Oh, wow. Courtney says she would never date a guy who fishes.
Wow.
Why is that?
I guess I know what I do on the farm, huh? I get it.
Dang.
I'm just
Hey,
sitting
Toll, what's
here
going
waiting for
on?
an explanation.
Yeah. Oh my God, y'all chat's wilding out right now. All right, number 6, Mamoru says, I have a very annoying neighbor. Can someone teach me trumpet? And then Dragon Age, like I guess like Dragon Age, but they spelled it like dragon, like your dragon. That's the best part. You don't need to learn to play trumpet to annoy them. Just try your best and have fun. And Mamoru says, oh wow, you're so right. Thank you. It's true though, like it's way more irritating to hear your neighbor practicing trumpet than to hear them actually playing it. Oh, we got a clip already. Oh, it's on today, guys.
These days to play trumpet, all you have to do is like an asshole.
Yeah, it's true. Toll, thank you for subscribing. That's 2 months. We've been enjoying your company. All right, number 7, Cryptoboy says, the Addams Family wasn't particularly magic or supernatural or anything. Their goth game was just hard as fuck. And then Kath Space Pirate says they lived with a sentient disembodied hand. And True King of Skeleton Hell says that's just how goths are sometimes.
You gotta hand it to them. They made it work.
You gotta hand it to them? God damn it.
Oh my god. And this is why we're really missing Jesse, who must be shitting his fucking brains out. Because imagine when we have both Jesse and Nick in the same stream. It's going to be chaos.
I don't think... Oh, no. Here he is.
Oh, no. We were just talking about you. Oh, no. He's muted, though. Here he is. Jesse.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Jesse.
no.
Okay, we're only up to number 7 of Tumblr Gets Deep, so we basically just started, Jesse.
Oh, thank God.
So, Jesse...
It's the warm-up round. It's okay.
We have a new host. His name's Nick.
What's up, Nick?
You know him as the Pun Hit Wonder.
Oh, well.
And you're
nice
like
to meet you.
the king of puns, so and he's like
Don't dare dub me the king of puns. I can't live up to that moniker.
no, you really can't.
No, I can't.
All right. So yeah. And I was just about to say, just related to that last one that we just read, these days the weirdest thing about the Addams Family is that they're a loving family that aren't dysfunctional in any way. That's what makes them unusual now.
Wait, that's the unusual thing?
Yeah, because like, I mean, you see most things on TV or reality TV, quote unquote reality, it's like everything's dysfunctional, there's always a problem.
Yeah.
No one's actually happy, but they're, happy.
I mean, like, Gomez and Morticia are like ridiculously in love with each other.
They really are.
Yeah.
They're like your stereotypical, like, 1950s happy family kind of thing now.
Yeah, they just happen to be creepy and kooky and altogether spooky.
Not really, because they're more in love with each other than like any other sitcom family.
Yeah, there's nobody who's happier to see his wife than Gomez Addams.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 8. Venus Kissed says, my singing voice is good for showers and mornings in the kitchen and drunken nights and lullabies for babies who need sleep, and I'm okay with this. I think it's silly to be ashamed of your art because it's not in a museum and of your voice because it's not selling out stadiums. There will always be people who enjoy and appreciate what you can do. And then Sodium for Salty Time says, I don't know why this hits me really hard and I've been staring at it for a couple of minutes. And then Meanwhile in Fillery says, you say, it's a quote from Mozart in the Jungle. You say amateur as if it was a dirty word. Amateur comes from the Latin word amare, which means to love, to do things for the love of it.
So many feels.
It is true. Like, if somebody calls you an amateur, they're basically saying, well, you do this because you like it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, they have amateur nights at, like, different kind of clubs, whether it's singing or comedy, stuff like that.
I mean, even the phrase amateur night is usually used to say that shit sucks. And that it shouldn't be that way.
Don't expect good quality.
Yeah, exactly. Which you never know. You might be seeing the next pro right there. You never know.
You're inadvertently saying people who love it night.
Sadly, a lot of the times it's true, though.
It is true. Sometimes depends on what it is, though. Like amateur night for like comedy is pretty dire. Because you get these guys that like. They're like the funniest guy at the water cooler, and they think that they can actually go up in front of like hundreds of people and make them all laugh. It's a lot harder than that.
Water cooler talk.
Okay, so number 9 posts 2 pictures of cats. There's a white fat chonker and a black skinny beanpole. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce this person's name. This fucking asshole says cryptids of opposing powers. And Sodium Queen says egg and leg. And just because I know this is getting somewhat lost in translation, I am going to go ahead and pop the image in the Discord for you guys. And oh my god, Terry. So you guys can actually see it. So if anybody wants to see that, just pop over to the Discord right there. Egg and leg.
Whoa. The leg, though.
Yeah. And that chonk, though.
That has got to be... Oh, I don't even know what I'm looking at there in that second picture.
Aw, fat old chonkums.
It's a kitty cat, but it's a lanky cat.
From a distance, it looks like an egg.
Number 10. That's the joke.
The chonker's a real chonk, though.
EB says, oh, Lord, he coming. All right. Number 10 starts with an anonymous ask. Hi, could I ask, how exactly does one accidentally set a lemon on fire? Frogativity says, microwave for 40 minutes. Comfy Buy says, why were you microwaving a lemon? Frogativity says, I read boiling lemons helps cover up bad smells. I wanted to cover up the scent of burnt oranges, but I didn't own any pots. Benito El Gato Con Dorito says, did you burn an orange too? How? And Frogativity says, microwave for 40 minutes.
Yeah, I get it.
Just microwave all the fruits.
That's an Ouroboros of fail.
Ooh, good word.
You like that? I thought you might like that. Hebe says that's barrel logic. Like I heard, yeah, barrel would be like, oh, I'll boil this orange in the microwave for 40 minutes. It'll make the house smell good. Oh shit, I burnt it. I need something to cover up the smell. Lemon.
We'll burn this other thing.
Yeah, let me boil this lemon to cover up the smell of the orange.
Now I'll put this potpourri in the microwave for 40 minutes now.
Oh,
and
no.
honestly, there's no rhyme or reason for them doing so. Like, it's ridiculous.
Say Barrel just proved us all right. He says,
next,
hey,
I will burn this cup of ketchup.
Oh, Barrel wouldn't do that to ketchup. He has a special relationship with ketchup. You ever see the gif of like Pikachu carrying a bottle of ketchup lovingly? That's Dr. Barrel right there.
That sums him up.
Yeah.
Have we just discovered that Barrel is in fact a Pikachu?
He might as well be. He's small.
I mean, I thought he was a Barrel, but he might be a Pikachu.
He's small. He loves ketchup. That's really all there is, right? All right, number 11. I'm sorry, Barrel. We're picking on Barrel. Number 11. All the names in this are redacted, but whatever. So the first person says, no one looks dumber than a guy who calls a girl ugly after he was just hitting on her. That's true. The second person says, a guy who calls a girl a whore for not sleeping with him is a strong contender. And then the third person says, they're the same guy.
I mean, yeah.
And that guy's name was Peyton.
That's not a real name.
No, it's a fake name that I just made up just now because I didn't want to call anyone particular out, so I just made up the dumbest sounding name that I possibly could.
There you go.
EB, yeah. your emo edits aren't working for some reason.
It's real weird, yeah.
Number 12, Billy says, what the fuck? Okay, never mind. Billy says, it finally makes sense. Stress causes wrinkles, and wrinkles cause you to look aged. Andy Samberg minds his own business, and therefore he's living his best drama, stress, and wrinkle-free life. Andy Samberg is 40 and looks like he's 22. Be more like Andy Samberg.
I lost someone.
I don't know who that is, though. Oh, what happened? Oh my god, Nick is gone.
Oh no. I guess he went off to be more like Andy Samberg.
There, he's back. He's back. Did you go to be more like Andy Samberg, Nick?
Sorry, Discord
just went for a moment.
Discord went blue. So it happens.
Yeah, we're good.
I don't even know who Andy Samberg is. Maybe I'm an idiot.
He's the guy from The Lonely Island, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I know those things exist.
What was that movie he was in? Hot Rod?
That's certainly the name of a movie.
All of chat knows, but we don't.
Apparently, yeah, everybody knows. Damn. Okay, so number 13, writing prompts shows a picture of what looks to be a friendly conversation between some fucking guy and the Grim Reaper, and it says image prompt. So Random Slasher says, Gary, I realize it's your first day, but we do have a dress code. Bitch wanna try me says, I literally can't tell who is talking to who, and I don't want to change that for a second. Yeah, it could be the guy showing up as the Grim Reaper, or it could be this guy's supposed to be a Grim Reaper and he's not doing the whole dark cloak thing.
So I left my robe at home. I'm sorry.
Where's your scythe? I thought
casual reaping, man. Casual reaping.
I thought you would provide the scythe.
I thought it was Casual Fridays.
Yeah.
Oh god. The Dick in the Box skit was from Saturday Night Live, yes. Okay, number 14, E-Seal says, necromancer that doesn't know they're a necromancer just thinks they're really good EMT. And Raymond Nolia says, that's the funniest thing I've ever read. Wow. People keep coming back. I'm really good at resuscitation.
I didn't even touch this guy. I just waved my hands around.
I kind of feel bad for laughing at that.
You're just killing it in his field right now, you know?
Wow. A necromancer it begins. All right, number 15. Neurodivergent Crow posts this Someone in my German class had a birthday today, so his friend suggested that we sing, so everybody started singing the song in German. But my teacher stopped us and said that a lot of Germans just sing it in English, so he made us sing the song in English but with a German accent. Happy birthday to you. So Ink Caviness says I'm crying because that's actually just what we do.
I just get this image of the Sprockets scene from Saturday Night Live.
Now's the time on Sprockets when we dance.
Yes, happy birthday to you.
Just Felgoth, just all the time.
Dance. The first name was Kiki.
You can really dance.
Okay, so number 16. Apparently there's a white card in Cards Against Humanity that just says Daniel Radcliffe's delicious asshole.
Yeah.
I've not encountered that card, but okay.
And this person, Fangirl Laddie, got it signed by Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh my god.
So this is the story. They tell the story. After I saw him in Cripple of Einishman, I anxiously waited to meet Daniel Radcliffe at the stage door so I can get this card signed. Because I was toward the back of the crowd, I didn't think Daniel would even notice the card, but I was very wrong. As soon as he caught sight of the card, Daniel started laughing. He then took the card and explained how he wanted to sign one of the cards ever since he found out about it and signed it with my Sharpie. Then he thanked me for bringing it and took my phone and took a selfie with me. Needless to say, I was very happy.
Aww.
So Daniel Radcliffe is otherwise amazing.
So delicious asshole confirmed?
I guess so. Well, like,
I haven't tasted it. He finds
his own delicious.
I mean, that's a question for somebody else.
Apparently for the person who owns that card.
Yeah, I don't... Well, I don't know. It doesn't go into that part in the story. Maybe they
Daniel Radcliffe's just like, now comes the time for payment.
Fangirl Laddie doesn't rim and tell. All right, number 17, Russia Core says, why the fuck is no one naming their children after Greek goddesses? Name your fucking child Persephone, bitch. And then Nerd Warning Alert says, if that makes you happy, my name is Demeter. And the Caffeine Book Warrior says, in my experience, people named after Greek goddesses are some of the most ethereal, chaotic forces I have ever encountered. Our art department's nude model, for example, is a woman named Hera. She's stunningly beautiful, rides a motorcycle as apparently her only vehicle, grows all of her own food, and keeps bees, turtles, and a dog named Argus, who she walks around town with a peacock feather attached to his leash. I am thoroughly convinced that she is not of this realm. And the load says, I'm pretty sure you just met Hera.
The Hera.
Yeah, I heard them Gibbs' ears.
You heard them Gibbs' ears, and he's also trying to lick my elbows. Hello, Gibbsy. Don't jump. Good boy. Good Gibbsy. Hey, Jazz. How's it going? All right, number 18. Buff Alien Girlfriend says, the Newlywed Game, but with superheroes and their sidekicks. The host, what does Robin love to eat after a night of fighting crime? 9-year-old Dick Grayson. A peanut butter and jelly with crunchy peanut butter and strawberry jelly on whole wheat, the crust cut off and the sandwich cut into squares. Bruce turns his sign around to reveal the most specific peanut butter and jelly sandwich on Earth.
Wow.
Holy sandwiches, Batman.
I wonder if that's what he does really like.
I remember there was a comic where he said something about Alfred made a really good jalapeno cheddar sandwich.
Huh.
Yeah. He said that
I
was
like
his
that.
favorite thing. That sounds good, right?
Yeah.
I'd eat that. All right. Imagine if that was the next card in the deck after Daniel Radcliffe's delicious asshole.
Oh no, you set off AJ.
Uh-oh. Did somebody say
directly
jalapeno cheddar? Okay, so hiding out backstage shows a stock image of a guy drinking a beer. The guy is labeled siblingless riders. And the beer is labeled, hey sis, hey little bro. I'm right and I should say it. And then Fairy of Something says, wait, how are people with siblings greeting each other then? And A Study in Greer says, hey. And Pissbong says, greetings, whore, Fortnite dances. Both of those are accurate. It just depends on the generation.
I got a little lost in all this imagery.
Yeah, I'm too old.
I think basically what they're saying is that like people who write brother-sister duos in fiction who depict them as being like, hey sis, hey little bro, don't have siblings because nobody talks like that.
That is okay. I agree with that a lot.
Yeah. And the more accurate would be, hey.
Yeah,
Whatever.
that's because you're just so familiar. You're past all that.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you spent your whole childhood with this person. You're over it. All right, number 20. Jeth Rock says, Bromeo and Doodliet, a forbidden bromance between two bros and rival fraternities in fair Verbrona, where we lay our scene. And Biblio Princess Dalian says, two frat houses, both alike in dignity. In fair Burbronia, where we lay our scene, from mancient grudge break to new dudidity, where civil blood makes civil man's unclean.
Where's this post? I need to get some more info on this one.
Well, I'll put it on the Discord for you right after I finish reading it. Ingberry says, do you bite your thumb at me, sir? I do bite my thumb, sir, but not like in a gay way.
No homo.
And Primal Style says, oh bromeo, no homeo. They went all the way. There you go, by the way, if you guys want to see the whole post. Yeah, broth alike, oh geez, you're right, Kitty. The oh geez describes that entire thing. And finally, number 21 posts a picture of a guy sitting at a desk, and apparently this is the kind of desk that leaves imprints of your hands and your ass and everything when you sit on it.
Oh.
So it's a technochromatic table by Jay Watson. Banana Merlin says, imagine banging someone on that table. And Captain Snark says, imagine being home alone and seeing imprints on that table. Morbid Amusement says, no, stop. Sevi6 says, imagine having a friend sit at that table for a long while, but then they get up and there's no imprints at all. And Phoenix Fire, the Wizard Goddess, says, what if you got up after trying to console a crying friend and found that you had no imprints and they were just crying because they missed you?
Oh my god, it's the 7 cents.
And Cooking Puns and Gay Stuff posts a picture from The Simpsons of Marge saying, kids, could you lighten up a little? That's hella real. Okay, that's the whole list. Out of 21, this was a particularly amusing one. I will give it 19. Jesse, I know you missed part of it, but what's your rating regardless?
From what I heard, I don't know. I'd say about 18 out of 21.
Noun?
I'd give it probably a 20, and I have to say, like, that last one, that's super fucking real. Like, that's where your brain goes.
Your brain goes to dark places. Nicholas?
I'm gonna give it a B+.
But what is that in numerical form?
It doesn't need to be in numerical form.
17.
Like
a 17.
We do sometimes use letter grades like that when we have a non-numbered list. All right.
I mean, I've given things like 20 Tanya ain't shits before, I think.
I still want that top 10 list, top 10 reasons Tanya ain't shit. I still want that, guys. Okay, so we always go second to 15 tweets everyone should read this week. These can be kind of hit and miss. Let's see how it is this time.
Should is really in quotation marks.
No, it's bold and underlined is what it is.
Italicized. We're good too.
Yeah. And it's all caps. All right, number 1, 850 credit score says, CNN said the world is $217 trillion in debt. Who the fuck do we owe? The Decepticons?
Yes, of course.
They seem like the most likely candidate.
That's real. They're like, Megatron comes up like, where's my money, bitch?
What about Autobots? Do they want anything from us?
Probably. But like probably just like, free gasoline or something. It's a little bit of Energon.
Yeah, would you accept Energon? No. Cold hard cash.
Bitch needs to get paid.
One space bucks.
All right. Number 2, Capricorny Caitlin says him. Allow me to introduce my mega fiance. Her. Wife. I'm your wife. Okay, to be fair, mega fiance is cooler.
That's the mega evolution.
Yeah.
I would prefer a mega fiance to a wife.
That's that. Yeah. There's not so many negative connotations there.
Hyper girlfriend? No, I guess that comes off weird.
Well, hyper girlfriend, I guess, would be fiance, right? Okay, number 3, Bill Oakley says, hello, I'm a person you don't follow on Twitter who thinks you are wrong, but perhaps if you would consider devoting a large amount of time to explaining yourself over a long series of tweets, there is a remote possibility I may be convinced. I promise this is worth your time. Said no one ever. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
That is good, though. Yeah. Number 4, Srikar here says, me, Zion Williamson, waiting months to get 18 minutes of action and performing well for 3 of those 18 minutes, all while being called fat.
That sounds depressing.
That would probably help if I knew who the hell Zion Williamson was.
What it sounds like is a description of, again, arguing on Twitter.
He's no, you know what it is? He's a basketball player. So he's saying that
makes more sense.
Those are two things that he's trying to do, that meme format with the two guys and, you know, the handshake, and it's like two separate things. But he doesn't have an image, so he did it with like an emoji.
It sounds worse and worse as you go on.
Yeah, no, that was pretty bad. That was bad.
Now I'm completely lost.
Don't worry, you don't want to be found on this one. That was bad.
It's when you do two things with the guys.
The thing, right?
The thing. Shosh says, one time I was my college's mascot for a basketball game. Emphasis on one time. Okay, there's a video that goes along with this that I guess is...
I saw this yesterday. It was
okay, he's standing there looking creepy. Oh, so instead of like bouncing around and being a personality, he's just standing there quietly, like clapping in his mascot suit.
Just being a spectator, basically.
Yep, that's what it is, yeah. Number 6, life advice says, when you think your dog is barking at nothing, he's actually barking at climate change.
Yes.
I feel like
I'm gonna go with that.
I feel like I shouldn't laugh at that.
He can sense the ice flows coming our way.
The only reason that I'm laughing at that is because the next time that Gibbs is barking, particularly if it's on a Twitch stream, I'm going to be like, I know, all about climate change. It's cool. I'm angry too.
When the gun goes off, you know exactly what's going on.
Yeah. Fucking climate change. Oof, oof, oof. Number 7, Kayla Ankrum says, I'm by far not the best person, but by far the worst thing I've ever done is accidentally touch the mailman through my house's mail slot. I have never before heard the sort of noise he made after reaching into what he hoped was the cold embrace of a mail slot and finding a hand.
I mean, coming from, I'm a mailman, and I would be very shocked.
Disturbed, right?
I would be very concerned.
Yeah. I did not know.
Okay.
I did not know that you were a mail carrier.
Just in case.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever reached down into the mail slot and there's like a dog licking you or something?
No, thankfully I haven't gotten that.
Okay, and because then the next thought is, boy, I hope that's a dog.
Yeah, my initial reaction would have been, "Uh-oh, dog!" Like even if the dog was there to just lick you, you know, the next step is teeth.
Yeah, but you hope it's a dog, is what I'm saying. Noun gets it. It went right over Jesse's head.
As opposed to what, like a wiener?
Like, oh Jesus!
Okay, now you took it.
Wieners don't lick. Time
I've never seen a wiener with a tongue, but then again, I haven't been on Rotten.com in like a decade or two. So.
Oh my God, Rotten.com.
Okay, so Hannah Laura Gerling Dunsmore here says, now I'm still losing it. Me as an undergrad just starting upper level courses. There is a profoundly beautiful reason for all laws of physics. Me as a perpetual graduate student. Light goes fast because it wants to.
Yes.
That's real. It's like orc logic from Warhammer.
More DACA.
All right, number 9. Uncle Adam says, I want to see a version of The Bachelor where 25 women slowly realize that they're too good for some milquetoast loser, and by the end of the season, we're left with the husk of a man who's been dumped 25 times.
Oh, yes, beautiful.
Oh, God, that's great. Hey, you know, that reminds me, I read something where somebody says, how come there hasn't been like a lesbian Bachelor, you know? And they said, because all the women would just hook up with each other and they wouldn't care about.
Yeah.
There was Tila Tequila. She had her own like bisexual dating game like that, where there were girls and guys who were going after Tila Tequila.
Yes, but she's terrible.
I thought she was an alien.
I'm just saying that there was.
She is a Nazi.
Lesbians on.
Yes.
On a show like that.
EB literally typed "she is a Nazi" into the chat at the same exact time that I said it.
Yep.
So
it's funny because
it did happen. Was it good? No.
No, of course not. Because she's awful. Okay,
it
now
did occur.
number 10. This person's name is a few Chinese characters and a bunch of emojis, so I'm not going to try to say it. But this is probably the worst spam ad I've ever gotten. And the ad is, we trained a computer to create fake feet pics. Text this number for an infinite feed of AI-generated feet.
I hate it.
Well,
Is it-
at least no one's being exploited.
I hate that there's an audience for that.
Does it work as well as like Deep Dream or what? Is
I-
it just
I
put,
don't-
like fucked up feet on everything, just like
I
fucked
don't-
up dogs?
I don't want to know the answer to that question.
Hey, you know what I like about this? They can put a disclaimer that no real feet were harmed in the making of this app.
Oh my god. Wow. Jesus fucking Christ. This is the dynamic I was looking for.
Yeah.
All right.
It's working.
Well, welcome to the List Critics, Nick, and welcome back, Jesse, because Jesse missed the last few. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, number 11. Caleb Huron says, first email to landlord. Hey, Dave, I'm sure you're busy and I hate to be a bother, but we noticed. Third email to landlord. Mr. Whittington, I trust that you're familiar with all local, state, and federal ordinances regarding the rights and expectations of tenants pursuant. It trails off there. That is true. It does, we'll say, it does decline rather quickly.
Escalates.
Decline in madness.
Yeah. Number 12. So, this person shows, it's like one of those don't shop, adopt memes that you would normally have pets on, but the don't shop is a parakeet and the adopt is a pigeon.
Oh my god.
Oh no. I think a better option would be don't shop, downgrade.
Or
I mean,
don't
unless it's a carrier pigeon, then you gotta,
carrier
letter carrier.
carrier pigeons are extinct.
You gotta
No,
train
they're
that shit.
Yeah, but I'm saying the breed of pigeons that they use for that is extinct. So
Just use your average pigeon and try to teach it anyway,
they won't even fly. They'll just like hop along, you know.
expecting a treat.
Number
Don't
13.
shop.
Just don't.
Now, by the way, I'm not adding this. This is the person's actual Twitter name is dumbass ass idiot.
I love it.
My
That's
mom.
creative.
Yeah. My mom. What are you guys doing down there? Me and my friend unsupervised in the unfinished basement. And it shows two people holding what look like scythes, and it says runners approaching one each other with sticks to which knives have been attached. I don't know why they'd be doing that, but okay. There you go.
Okay.
Typical unfinished basement play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's accurate.
that's
yeah.
what you usually do in an unfinished basement.
You heard it.
Everybody's putting knives on sticks. I'm telling you, it's gonna wear out.
Number 14. John here says murderer, panicking as he tries to stab an acupuncturist. He's getting stronger. No, not like jousting, Terry. Imagine somebody took a yardstick and like taped a butter knife to the top of it. And I don't mean like a pike, like jutting out at a right angle.
He knows.
Like very lazily just taping it to the side.
Exactly. Number 14. Oh, that was number 14. Number 15. A short tale of betrayal, and it's a very famous image of a very happy pupper who thinks he's getting pizza, and then the pizza box opens and it's salad, and he's just
You
not.
just hate to
pleased.
see it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, is it salad pizza?
No, it's just salad. And the funny thing is, they're trying.
Is it a Caesar salad? I don't know.
No, it's just like it looks like a random just
Roughage.
there's not even dressing on it. It's just a pile of vegetables.
Oh no,
Dry salad?
Yeah,
that's
bad.
just
That's
this
rough.
is getting worse and worse.
Out of 15, this was actually a pretty good grouping. One or two clunkers. I'll give it a 10. Just shout out numbers, guys. What do you think?
12.
12,
13.
13.
Yeah, I'm gonna take an 11 here.
11. Take
Oof.
that. You take that 11. All right. So I have some user submitted lists, and the first one is from our very own Dr. Barrel.
Yes. All right.
And Dr. Barrel has quite the reputation on the Discord server for being someone who just hasn't seen movies.
Oh, no.
Anytime we're talking about...
For the record, I have not seen very many movies either, so I'm with Dr.
Okay,
Barrel.
but like it,
Oh dear.
anytime we're talking about any movie that we think of as like a cultural lodestone, like something that everybody's seen, Barrel's like, yeah, I haven't seen that.
Has he seen Bolt?
You'd have to ask, Barrel, have you seen Bolt?
Barrel.
You can watch it with Moogle. Barrel has
my
seen
God, he
Bolt.
has.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. But Barrel is so bad at having seen anything that EB Agent said that they were shocked to find that Barrel has seen Pulp Fiction.
ooh.
So anyway, Barrel has sent the top 100 movies or entire movie franchises that I should see but haven't, not in any order at all.
Ooh. Franchises, boy, this is going to cover a wide berth.
Yeah. So these are things that he hasn't seen. I'm going to just go by 10. Whenever we have a top 100 list, we just do it by 10s so we can pause after each grouping to comment on it. So number 100, The Godfather trilogy. Number 99, The Dark Knight. Number 98, Schindler's List. Number 97, The Lord of the Rings trilogy. But he saw The Hobbit trilogy, it says. Number 96, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Number 95, Forrest Gump. Number 94, Inception. Number 93, The Star Wars prequels. Number 92, Interstellar. And number 91, The Silence of the Lambs.
Dang, these are all some real bangers.
How have you not seen Schindler's List?
Okay, so
Let me
just for the record, out of those, I've seen 3.
Okay, but at least
so
you've
far.
seen. But out of those, he's seen 0.
Okay.
I know, but I just.
Yeah, and I'm gonna mess up Barrel's brain by telling him that The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is the third part of a trilogy as well.
Yeah,
So-
what is it? What do they call that trilogy? Just Man with No Name?
The Dollars.
Jesus Christ,
trilogy.
Terry!
Dollars
How?
trilogy.
Schindler's List is a fantastic film, but
It's
is a
so good.
rough go. Like you
It's the
have
kind
to,
of movie you watch once and then you wait a long time before seeing it again.
Yeah, that's accurate.
I was,
Okay,
okay, never mind.
that is just. And by the way, I've seen all.
And
of
I have
I've seen all.
I
of
have
these.
not seen the Godfather trilogy at all.
Wow, Jesse, get up.
I know, right?
Pretty sure I've seen all of them myself.
Okay, number 97, number 98, 89, Saving Private Ryan, number 87, Spirited Away, number 86, The Alien movies, number 85, The Green Mile, number 84, Apocalypse Now, number 83, Psycho, number 82, any Terminator that isn't the first or third, number 81, any Die Hard movies. I mean, we were talking about this the other day. How do you see Terminator 1 and then just skip to the third one?
Okay,
The
Beryl,
second one's probably like the first one, right?
Beryl, have you read The Green Mile?
Oh, you
Oh,
saw
no.
the third one first. Nope. It's an excellent book.
Yeah, it's
Excellent
both
book.
an excellent book and it's an excellent movie. I recommend both.
I would say that they're equally good too. Like, I can't say whether I like the book or the movie better.
I read the book when it first came out in like 6 parts. You know.
Oh yeah, because it was serialized originally, right?
Yeah, it was like a Telltale game, but in book format.
Do you happen to still have those little chapter books?
My mom made. They were originally hers. It'd be like she'd buy it and then she'd read it in a day and then get
They're
it.
very uncommon now.
Hmm.
Just so you know. Because it got sold once they were all out. It got sold as like one integrated novel. So
Makes sense.
yeah, they're rather hard to come by these days. All
I
right.
have no idea if she still has it.
Yeah, and
Them.
by the way, Barrel, you haven't seen
So-
Psycho? Like what?
Where's this rock that you're living under? Because we need to ship some movies over your way.
It's a rock in Sweden. It's called Stonebjorg. All right, number 80, any Kill Bill movies. Number 79, any X-Men movies, including Logan. Number 78,
my
any...
God.
He hasn't seen Logan, holy shit. Number 78, any Rocky movies. Number 77, Rear Window. Number 76, Django Unchained. Number 75, Requiem for a Dream. Number 74, any Star Trek movies. Number 73, Old Boy. Number 72, Princess Mononoke. And number 71, Vertigo.
Okay. I'm
there's a lot of
upset
good
about
stuff.
Princess Mononoke.
I mean, I haven't seen Princess Mononoke either, but
I'm upset about
I
that.
actually have.
But
and
I've
it's
seen
pretty good.
But I've seen every other thing on the list so far. So like, you know,
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on there. You're missing out, man. You're missing out.
And by the way, the X-Men movies are super hit and miss. But I would like you've really gotta watch Logan.
The
I
hits
think-
really, really hit.
I think Castle in the Sky is my favorite Studio Ghibli movie, but Princess Mononoke has got to be my second favorite.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I'm not an anime person, so when you say that, I'm just like, I'm totally taking your word for it. Like, as far as I'm concerned, right now, you are the authority on anime, and anything you say
the eyes just glass over.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
You just glaze.
Okay, number 70, The Birds. God, have you seen any Hitchcock films?
I know, right?
Number 69, Citizen Kane. Number 68, Fritz Lang's M.
That was almost nice.
Yeah, nice. Well, 69 was Citizen Kane, and that is nice. Number 67, Inglourious Bastards. Number 66, Good Will Hunting. Number 65, Snatch. Number 64, Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. Number 63, Full Metal Jacket. Number 62, 2001: A Space Odyssey. And number 61, The Departed. Wow.
There's the whole Kubrick line, just unbelievable.
I mean,
everybody needs to see Snatch. Do you like that?
Right?
Am I right? Snatch is actually the only one on that grouping that I haven't seen.
Oh God!
It's pretty.
Sorry,
if you like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, you'll like Snatch.
Okay, that's fair.
Great.
That's fair. I've heard good things.
And Citizen Kane, I saw it. You don't need to see it. It's not mandatory. Honestly,
it is pretty goddamn mandatory, dude.
Is it though?
Yes. Yes. All right. Number 60 is Fargo. Number 59 is any Planet of the Apes movies.
Woo.
I'm gonna punch you in the tits, Barrel.
In the ape tit.
Number 58 is Scarface. Number 57 is Lawrence of Arabia. Number 56, Metropolis. Number 55, The Thing remake. Number 54, Dawn of the Dead. Number 53, The Mist. Number 52, An American Werewolf in London. And number 51, any Rec movies.
Rec movies?
It's REC, like record, but there were two of them.
Oh, the horror movies.
Like this, think of like found footage, but it like involves like the Vatican.
Gee, wonder if I've seen those.
That's
I'm guessing not.
That's a list where I have like most of the missing ones, basically. Ones that I've not.
Planet
seen.
of the Apes is like my favorite series too.
REC, I hear, is like really freaking terrifying now.
American Werewolf in London is like a good balance of scary and comedy. American Werewolf in Paris is just a little less so. Yeah,
it's garbage. It's not worthy of being a sequel.
But London, that one's pretty good.
Nick, you're being very quiet.
I'm just listening to lists because I've seen about maybe 4.
Oh dear. You and Beryl got to do a team up.
Yeah, totally.
We got to like host a movie night.
But where do you start?
I'm just trying to listen to give a
start with
full
this
rating at the end of how many I've seen. So that's why I'm.
Oh, okay. Start with this list. That's where you start, Jesse. Okay. Number 50, the original Wicker Man. Number 49, Jaws. Number 48, any Halloween movies. Jesus fucking Christ.
Man.
Oh my God.
Number 47, the entire Hammer Dracula series. Number 46, The Exorcist. You haven't seen The Exorcist? Jesus fuck. Number 45, Train Spotting 1 and 2. Wait, hold on. Let's pause for a moment here. Did they make a sequel to Train Spotting?
That was what I was just wondering.
I'm aware that there was a sequel to the book. It was called Porno. Literally, the book was called Porno. I didn't know that they made a Train Spot. By the way, I hated Train Spotting.
Oh, I thought it was pretty good. Not great, but it was like, that was okay.
I heard that it was good too, and then I watched it.
Hope you like drugs.
By the way, another movie that I saw that was on this that I saw and hated was Fargo. I just wanted to point that out.
Fargo?
I hated Fargo. All right, sorry. Well, we'll continue here. Number 44. Oh God, Barrel, you might want to shield your tits because AJ's going to hit you in the tits. Number 44 is Blade Runner. Number 43 is Heat.
Oh my God.
Number 42 is Howl's Moving Castle. I've never even heard of that one, to be honest. And
what?
And number 41 is My Neighbor Totoro.
Animes.
I know.
Those are both animes.
Yeah, I know. I've heard of My Neighbor Totoro. I've never heard of Howl's Moving Castle.
How have
it's
you
a castle that moves.
Oh my God.
I gathered that from the title. No, I don't watch anime.
No, I'm saying, how have you never heard of it?
Probably because I don't watch anime, so unless it's like the top 10 anime.
He's not looking for it.
Yeah, exactly. I know the Totoro and Mononoke. I've heard of those.
I think, weren't they up for Oscars?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, number 40 is Dial M for Murder. Number 39 is any of the Mad Max movies. Number 38, No Country for Old Men. Somebody tell them that's a remake, too. Number 37, The Princess Bride. Number 36, Stand By Me. Number 35, Shutter Island. Number 34, Catch Me If You Can. Have you seen any movies with DiCaprio? Just wondering. Number 34, that was number 34. Number 33, The Wizard of Oz. You haven't seen The Wizard of Oz?
Oh, my God.
Wowzers.
Number 32, Dead Poets Society. And number 31, Carrie.
You know what would be funny is if he saw Return to Oz, but not the original.
But that would be a very Barrel thing. Like, he had the Star Wars prequels on here. He's not seen episode 1, 2, and 3, but he's watched the goddamn Christmas special 4 times.
So that to him, that's the lore. That's it.
That's the lore. Life Day.
That is.
Boba Fett, they sing for some reason, that kind
Creepy
of
animation.
It's like My Little Pony. Just they sing some
Horny grandpas.
Horny grandpas.
What?
Remember the
I don't want to remember.
I've never even seen the Star Wars holiday special, so.
Oh shit! Oh, okay.
I have no desire to.
Don't bother.
Yeah, I won't. Don't. Oh, trust me, I won't. Number 30, To Kill a Mockingbird. Number 29, Her. Number 28, Black Panther. Number 27, Captain Marvel. Yeah, he just jumps around the MCU. Number 26, the 1989 Batman movie. Number 25, The Usual Suspects. Number 24, The Breakfast Club. Number 23, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Number 22, Dunkirk. And number 21, The Social Network.
Like, just hearing all these good movies, it's like, if he was to actually start watching them, I have no idea in what order to watch these. Just start at the top and go down?
Just watch something that isn't the goddamn Star Wars Christmas special.
Just,
What
like all those the Brad Pack movies are great. And,
wait, hold on, Jesse, because Noun said something that I only heard half of.
Sorry.
And then Pun said something that I only heard half of.
Pun, go first.
The two halves make a whole.
Yeah, but they don't really necessarily match with each other. That's. Are you gonna say what you were gonna say, or?
Oh, I just said just. Oh, sorry. I'll go first. Just find something on the list and just go. Just watch.
Random. Just throw a dart at it. What were you saying now?
Oh, I was gonna say, like, as we get to these lower numbers, we're getting into like more and more movies that I've not watched.
Oh, really?
But heard of. Like, most of them I've heard of, but I just haven't seen them.
Okay, well, that's fair. I mean, I don't think anybody here has seen all 100 of these. Well, especially since a lot of them are entire series,
I have seen a good number of these, though.
I mean,
I should have kept track of what I haven't seen.
I've seen most of these, but definitely there's some that I haven't.
I haven't seen Her.
I haven't seen Her either. So there you go.
Where'd she go?
All right.
Shut up.
Number 20 is Pan's Labyrinth. Number 19, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Number 18, Coco. Number 17, Thor 1 and 2. Number 16, any Mission Impossible movies. Number 15, Memento. Number 14, Nosferatu. Number 13, Snowpiercer. Number 12, Primer. And number 11, The Iron Giant.
Oh, The Iron Giant's good.
I have not seen Coco or Snow.
I haven't seen
Coco's
those either.
Pretty good.
I heard Coco. I heard really good things about Coco.
Coco's a fun time.
By the way, Barrel, for the Mission Impossible movies, just do yourself a favor. Start with the third one. Okay.
Wow, start with the third one, the one with Limp Bizkit in it. Nice.
I'm Spartacus.
And then after that, you just keep rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling.
No.
Hey, I love it.
No, seriously, start with Mission Impossible 3. The first two are they're not bad movies, but they're just kind of optional.
The one has a kind of a cool beginning, though. First one.
Oh, yeah. The second one is the kind of movie that you think is really awesome when you're a 15-year-old boy. But it hasn't really held up.
I remember when I was a 15-year-old boy.
You see, that's the thing, though. You probably wouldn't like it at all. At any point. It's the most John Woo movie ever made.
Got the doves and everything, man.
Yep, the doves, the weird sideways gun shit, all of that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 10, any Godzilla movie except for Shin Gojira. Number 9, the original King Kong. Number 8, Young Frankenstein. That's mandatory, by the way. Number 7,
Wow.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Number 6, Seven Samurai, or any samurai movies, really. Hasn't seen anything in the genre. Number 5, any version of The Fly. Number 4, Eraserhead. Number 3, Misery. Number 2, Poltergeist. And number 1, any James Bond movie except for You Only Live Twice.
What about Karate Kid?
That's the one.
Have you seen the Karate Kid? He probably
Was
saw
that
the.
on there?
No, it wasn't on there. He probably saw the fucking Jaden Smith version.
It counts.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Just watch the next.
Oh my God!
Watch
I
the
called
next
it.
Karate Kid.
I fucking called it. He saw the Karate Kid remake. I fucking called it. I so fucking called it. Oh yeah, have you seen Spinal Tap, Barrel?
Yeah, this is Spinal Tap is pretty good.
We just watched it.
Oh
Just
my
the other
God.
Day, and no, he hasn't seen Spinal Tap. All right, so out of 100, and the person that I'm most wanting to hear from is Nick.
Yeah.
14.
That's how many you've seen. That's a depressingly
I think I
low
lost.
number.
I think I'm about like 14 or 15. I think
a-
that's where I'm at. I think I'm at this one.
Wow.
But
You know what's interesting about having such a low number is he gets to see all these awesome movies for the first time.
I have.
That's true.
So
That's-
for the record, I have
that's real.
seen all the James Bond movies, so I'm happy I've done that.
Okay,
but I can
yeah.
at least say I've done that. But that's
You-
like one of the 14. One of the 14 I've gone through with that. So.
And by the way, Barrel, there's no reason that you have to watch every James Bond movie. Some of them are really
no.
bad.
Some of them are terrible. Some of them are really good. Just some of them like. I watch. I go back. And I'm like, why the hell did I watch this?
Why does this exist?
We kind of don't want you to see these movies because then we can't tease you anymore.
Oh, we'll just tease him about something else.
Okay.
Yeah, just move on to the next thing.
There's something else to punch him in the tits about, But by the way,
my rating for that is a 14.
if I was
At
to,
least
if I was to go by the ones that I haven't seen, honestly, it's about 10 that I haven't seen.
I wasn't really keeping a tally in my head.
I wasn't either. No, I'm gonna give this a full 100 for the amount of times that I'm gonna punch Barrel in the tits.
I got to give it a perfect score in that he's a kind of a lucky guy that he gets to see, if he ever goes through these, gets to see them all for the first time.
That's a valid point. I'm kind of jealous that he's gonna get to watch like the 1968 Planet of the Apes for the first time. Well, he probably already knows the ending.
Like, I really kind of wish we could all do like a movie night and just show him all of these, and then
Let's-
we all get to
Let's put-
like see his reactions and stuff.
I want to put Barrel in that contraption from A Clockwork Orange. But instead of horrible imagery, it would be all these fantastic movies. Maybe some of them aren't so fantastic, but most of them are.
Who's going to be the eyedropper?
I'll do that.
Me.
Oh, there you go. You get the left eye, I get the right eye.
Okay.
Maybe we'll switch off every once in a while, Okay, so I also have some lists here sent by Manic Scarecrow. So these are both related to Rush. So for anybody that's not familiar with Rush, I'm sorry, but they're my favorite band, and their drummer Neil Peart just recently passed away, so this is very timely. Yeah, I mean, and it was really sad for me because he retired and then just pretty much died a few years later. Like, he didn't get enough time to enjoy his retirement, I felt. But, wow, Manic, I thought you edited this list. There's still some problems with it, but we're going through it. So this is this first of two lists is his top 20, or as he wrote, top 10 favorite Rush songs. I looked at, I couldn't help myself because Rush is my favorite band of all time. And that may be true, Courtney.
I don't believe you. Say it to you. I want proof.
It may be true.
Just because you're dying doesn't mean you have to retire. You're fine.
Yeah, but he may have felt like he wanted to spend his last few years with his wife and his daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neil had an extremely tragic life too. Like, he already had a previous wife and daughter that died within a few months of each other.
Oh, man.
Yeah, like his daughter, his teenage daughter, died in a car accident, and then his wife died of cancer like a few months later.
Oh.
So the guy already had been through so much. But anyway, his top 10 favorite Rush songs. I couldn't help myself. I did read through this earlier, and I was like, wow, there are a lot of errors on this list. So I told him, I said, you might want to proofread that. And it says edited, but whew.
Well,
All
he
right.
just felt a little rushed. That's all.
Ah!
God damn it.
Is Riddle still there? Because Riddle's just head exploded right now. All right, number 20 is yeah, there he is. Boo, boo, boo to you, Pod. Boo. All right, number 20, The Necromancer. That is a fantastic fucking song. Number 19 is Cinderella Man. That's an interesting choice. You guys can just shout out any comments as you want. Number 18 is Witch Hunt, and by the way, that's a song that is like still relevant today. They say there are strangers that threaten us, immigrants and infidels.
This is a witch hunt, by the way, okay?
Rush is coming after me. I have to build a wall on the Canadian border. And it's a song about paranoia, and it hits pretty hard even today. Number 17, Digital Man, a fantastic song. Number 16, Closer to the Heart. That was one of their big radio hits. I'm sure most of y'all know that one, right?
Oh, yeah.
There
Maybe.
you go. And the men who hold high places must be the ones to start to mold a new reality closer to the heart. Yeah. Number 15, The Twilight Zone. That's a deep cut. I love it, though. I love it. That's a deep cut. Number 16, Bytor and the Snow Dog. I got to see them do that one live. And it's got such a long instrumental part that they actually put a cartoon up on the screen as they were doing the guitar solo. And it worked out really well. Moogle just DM'd me. I think we might have a list from Moogle after this. I haven't looked at it yet, though. Number 15, Jacob's Ladder, one of my favorites. Right after I got the news that Neil died, I was doing a Pokemon Showdown stream, and I played their album Permanent Waves, and this is one of my favorite to sing along to. And I apologize for that. Number 16 is The Anarchist. Fantastic fucking song off of their final album. Number 15 is Red Beretta. There is no Rush song called Red Beretta.
Uh-oh.
Now, I might assume that he means Red Barchetta. But here's the thing. He's got Red Barchetta listed at number 13.
I like Bruschetta.
Oh, no.
Just really liked it. in
I
two
like
different
Bruschetta.
spots.
Yeah, but spelled differently. It's Red Barchetta, not Red Beretta. Number 14 is Limelight, fantastic song. And then number 13 is Red Barchetta, not Red Beretta, but Red Barchetta. And he still didn't spell it right. Just saying.
Maybe the T is silent and it's a red beret.
No.
Barchetta. Like
Don't do any of that.
Barch. Barch. See, Xanthia.
What's a barchetta?
It's a car.
Oh.
No, why did you do this to him?
Number 13 is Carnies, another one from their final album. Number 12, The Spirit of Radio. That's probably one that most people are familiar with. Maybe not, the song, but that fucking guitar at the beginning, that's insane. I don't know how they do that
That's
shit.
exactly what that sounds like, yes.
I just did it perfectly. Just like that was as good, if not better, than Barrel's impression of Hank Hill. Number 13 is Cygnus X1. That's a fantastic song. Number 12 is The Camera Eye. That's another deep cut there. Evie said, I'm a basic bitch. Spirit of Radio is my favorite Rush song. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's literally nothing wrong with that. Number 11 is Bravado. That's a fantastic ballad. Number 10, Closer to the Heart. So what is that, like the live version? Like, is it even closer to the heart? Like, what is it?
It's the 1968 live version from
like,
insert city here.
Like, and it's crazy because they're not even, like, at least the two Red Barchettas were near each other on the list. Closer to the Heart was number 16 and number 10. There's like
just
one
closer
version
and closer to the heart of the list. It's okay. Well, it's gonna be like number 3 as well. We'll be fine.
He just loves it that much that it deserves this much attention.
That's what I was talking about, Matic, when I said you really gotta proofread the list. Number 9 is YYZ.
Oh yeah.
Love it. Played it on Guitar Hero. Had fun. Number 8 is Cygnus X1 Book 2 Hemispheres. I actually just listened to that the other day, and it's still just mind-blowingly good. Number 7 is Roll the Bones. The only Rush song where there is rapping in the middle of it for no reason whatsoever.
Do you have to have a reason?
The reason is they thought it was cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
There you go.
Who's the one doing the
Fine.
rapping?
You know, I don't think anybody really knows the answer to that. I think it might be Neil Peart himself, because it's a deep baritone voice. I heard a story that they wanted to get John Cleese to do the rap in that song, but then they thought that would be something that you would think is hilarious the first time, but then after a while, it's not so funny.
Just spontaneous rapping.
It is very spontaneous, and it's out of nowhere, and it's fucking hilarious. Number 6 is Faithless. That's a really good one. Number 5, Xanadu. Number 4
Xanadu.
Number 4, not that Xanadu, no. Searching for the lost Xanadu.
And then we did it anyway.
Yeah. Number 4 is Passage to Bangkok, the best Rush song about weed that there is. It's also the only one, but you know. And then Courtney continues Xanadu, and then that weird keyboard comes in.
Wow, wow.
No, it doesn't sound like that. That sound that you made just sounded like that quacking blowjob drop that they play on the Howard Stern show.
Quacking blowjob.
Yeah,
Quacking blowjob.
You've heard it all.
It's a drop that from a porno movie, and it sounds like the girl is quacking. So there you go.
These are things we're supposed to just walk away from.
AJ knows about it. Number 3 is Tom Sawyer. I had to say it like that. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Okay, well, when the last time that I got to see Rush, they had this whole sketch that they played on the screen at the end of the show, and it was Jason Segel and Paul Rudd sneaking into backstage to meet Rush, and then getting kicked out. It was pretty funny, but there's this one part where he's like, my favorite song is when you Tom Sawyer. And they're like, I think that song's called Tom Sawyer. Yeah, but like when you sing it, you say Sawyer. And Getty's like, no, I don't.
I think we might have broken AJ.
No, AJ is acting out the honking blowjob sound.
Oh, okay.
Why
Why they would want to act that would be
Because
amazing.
it's fucking awesome. Number 2 is
Whatever you're into.
a Farewell to Kings. And number 1,
Closer to the Heart.
2112, actually. But wouldn't it have been funny if Closer to the Heart was also number 1? That would have been
Closer
amazing.
to the Heart, a.k.a. 2112.
It would have been Close to the Heart, Closer to the Heart, and then Closest to the Heart.
Then, whoa, way too close to the heart. Back off.
2112 is it's like, whoa, you're actually inside the heart. Now you need to back the fuck up.
Too close to the heart.
Yeah, too close to the heart. Okay, I you know what? I don't necessarily agree with the list because it's like not my list, but I want to give it a 20, but I gotta take a fucking point off for each error, so it's gonna wind up being like a 14.
Yeah, like how many actual entries were there?
Less than 20.
Well, I'll give it a barely passing grade at 10.
Ooh. Xanthia gave it a 2112 out of 20.
I was about to say I was going to give it a 2112.
Oh.
Gotta be quick.
No.
No.
I'm gonna give it a 21 out of 20.
A 21 out of 12?
Yeah,
There you
because
go.
I don't have really any opinions.
You're
Yeah,
not
I'm
a
gonna
I'll
big
give it a
Rush fan.
12.
So I'm just
because
gonna
I know,
go with,
I'm-
like, those are good.
Yeah. 12.
I mean, I'm the big Rush fan, and like Jesse is obligated
I've-
by law to know these songs because
Yeah.
he's Canadian.
I've dabbled.
Okay, he's also given me a list of rating all of their albums from worst to best.
Worst.
Are they legible?
Yes. He even spelled most of these right.
Wow.
That was Manic Scarecrow's list.
Can we get a top 10 list of all the grammatical errors that have been made in these
Oh
lists,
my
please?
fucking god. That's gonna be the next list, critics, okay?
Top 10 grammatical errors made by Scarecrow.
Let's do that in February. Okay, so the pick for worst album is kind of shocking because he put Counterparts as the worst one, and that's like, I don't get that. He really does not like Counterparts. After that is Vapor Trails, which, wow, man, that's rough. I fucking love Vapor Trails. Third worst would be Presto. I can kind of understand that. Presto is a fantastic album, but it was produced by people who apparently never heard music before.
Oh, that's going to be a downside.
Yeah, I mean, the production on that is really wimpy. Like, it doesn't... Like, if you ever see them live and you get to hear them play, like, any song from Presto, it's like, holy shit, I had no idea that song rocks. Because it's very anemic on the album. After that is the first album, Rush. I would actually put that as my least favorite because it doesn't really sound like them. It sounds more like Led Zeppelin. And Neil wasn't even on that one. They had a different drummer back then. So then Hold Your Fire, Fly By Night, Power Windows, Hemispheres, Snakes and Arrows. Oh God, that should be way higher. Grace Under Pressure, Roll the Bones.
Snakes and Ladders, huh?
Well, you know what's funny now is that like Snakes and Ladders is based on a board game from India, which was actually called Snakes and Arrows. So in India, it's Snakes and Arrows.
Wait, is that a Shoots opinion or what?
It's God damn it.
Jesus Christ!
I get it.
This is why we have him on the show, though, to do that. Roll the Bones, Signals, Caress of Steel. I would put that a lot lower. I'm not the
Caress
hugest
of
fan.
Steel.
Caress of Steel. I'm not the hugest Caress of Steel fan, but the Necromancer is on that, so that's a really great song.
Who's Caressa Steele?
Shut up.
I am going to punch you in the tits.
That's an adult movie actor?
Yeah.
I'm sure it is, too. I'm sure it is.
Sounds real.
I'm sure it is.
I'm not even a fan, and I'm mad about that.
So the top 5, Permanent Waves, Clockwork Angels, A Farewell to Kings, 2112, and the number 1 pick being Moving Pictures, which is not shocking at all.
Yep.
You
The one that, even if you're a vague Rush fan, you know Moving Pictures.
Even if you don't know the record, you probably can sing like 5 or 6 songs from it because they all get played on the radio. The top 5 is very solid,
so many times.
Yeah. I would probably not put A Farewell to Kings in the top 5. I would knock that one down and like bump Snakes and Arrows like way, way up. But, you know. Also, Permanent Waves is shockingly low, but what are you going to do? I mean, out of 19, sure, I'll give you a Rush out of 19.
Ooh. I mean, you like what you like, right?
They're all good, though. That's the thing.
And based
I'll
on
give it a saunter out of 19.
A saunter. Okay.
I will give it an actual number, 15 out of 19.
An actual...
It's very, very good for you, but maybe in a couple years you'll do a little moving around to them, you know?
I was hoping that you were saying that your rating was just the phrase an actual number.
An actual number in quotes out of 19.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this a Caress of
Love
Steel
it.
out of 19.
Yes!
Oh, I wish I could have said I saw that one coming. Okay, so what did Moogle send me? Oh my god. We have to do this. Moogle sent me top 10 dog breeds that have the cutest puppies. So essentially, Moogle sent me top 10 cutest puppies.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
need pictures, though.
There are pictures, and they will go in the Discord. Now, it's top 10.
Yes.
Do we want to start from number 10, or do we want to start from number 1?
Let's start from number 10.
10 is going to be like the
10
least.
and then get
Yeah.
progressively
Yeah.
cuter.
Whoa.
Discord, why?
You went robot.
Jesse just turned into an Atari 2600.
It was really cool.
Or beep boop.
Well, domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
I like playing asteroids. It's fun.
Floating space rocks.
Okay, well, number 10, and I will be posting these in the Discord as we go along. Oh, jeez, Barrel posted his
so
entire
happy.
list in there. Okay,
He did.
so
He was asked to.
number 10 is a pug. Pugs are kind of ugly cute. You know what I mean?
They're not even ugly. They're just cute. Just
It's on a
shut up.
skateboard.
I'm not a fan.
I'm not huge into pugs, but they are cute. They are cute.
There's no
Okay, I'm
ugly
not a pug
about
guy.
them.
Okay, so number 9 is, let me just get this, freaking Google Chrome, is Basset Hound, and there it is. The thing about Basset
I'm not a
Hound,
hound guy either.
the thing about Basset Hound puppies is that they look like full-grown Basset Hounds.
Yeah,
This is
my
true,
my,
they're
my
just
friend has a
small.
basset hound, and it's adorable.
They are cute. All right, here's number 8. Oh my god, this is the first one that I'm just like, oh. Okay, so number 8 is Saint Bernard.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Look at this shifty motherfucker. He's up to something.
he's up to being cute. Yes,
It's
he is.
true. That is true. Number 7, here we are. We're pasting that in there. It is the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel.
My parents had one of those.
Got some curlies.
That's a cute pupper.
You should
Oh.
They
see
don't really
their
grow too
tails.
much either, so they're kind of staying in their puppy form.
Yeah, pretty much.
They
Number s-
never even get that much bigger, too.
Yeah. Number 6 is the Pomeranian. I'm not the biggest Pomeranian fan out there.
They're sassy.
Pomeranian is the dog that I would feel would be the most likely to bite me.
They seem nippy.
Yeah, they do. Like, it's just like that guy there. Like, I don't know if I'd want to pet him. It feels like he would bite me. Just saying.
Just out of playfulness, though.
Maybe, yeah. Number 5 is a French bulldog. There's the picture there, and look at that fucking
Oh,
face.
no.
Oh,
Look at that fucking face.
you just want to squish the face. Squish, 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 squish.
I need to boop that snoot right now.
Boop boop boop. Listen. Number 4 is a corgi, and look at this guy. He's got him a little carrot.
Oh my
Big
god.
ears, though. Them big ears.
Don't fly away on those ears.
There is no magic feather. It's you.
Can catch all the satellite you need with those bad boys.
The Dumboingest.
Who needs a VPN when you got
Dog.
ears like that?
Hey,
Oh, all right. Number 3 is a Labrador Retriever. You can't go wrong with Labrador Retriever.
Oh.
yeah.
And
It's
you know what?
standard cuteness.
What's interesting about labs is that even when they're old, they still look like puppies.
It's true.
They have that pupper face the entire time. Number 2 is the Golden Retriever.
Oh wow.
I mean they're a cute dog.
No.
And I don't know what the hell they were this list very much is skewed towards the bulldog type breeds because number 1 is the English bulldog, and sitting there all like, "You what, mate? You having a laugh? You know you
Got some chips
fucking
and salsa over there.
you know you fucking father. You gonna blame it on me, mate? Come over here. We'll have ourselves a row."
No.
I mean, I love looking at cute puppies and everything, but this would absolutely not be my top 10 cutest puppy breed list. Like, the only one on this list that would make my list would be the Saint Bernard.
That King Charles Spaniel, though.
He's cute. He's cute. I mean, you know, number 1 would be pit bulls for me.
Oh, of course.
I mean, if anybody wants to see cute pit bull puppies, like, you know, my doggos when they were puppies, just look at my Twitter.
Yeah.
It's my main image is the 2 of them. But yeah, I mean, no Rottweiler. Okay, just saying.
Oh yeah, Roddy.
You know, Rotties are really fucking adorable.
I would say husky as well.
Husky, yeah. Huskies are fucking. They're not cute. They're fucking beautiful. Mm-hmm. And
Maybe therein lies the difference.
yeah, maybe.
I'd like to see a Malamute puppy.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, there's hundreds of breeds of dogs, and they're all valid. So I'll give it a 10 out of 10 anyway. Even though I disagree with pretty much everything on it, they're all doggos. They're all,
And like all these puppies are cute.
they are literally all good boys.
Yeah, I cannot downvote any of them.
Yeah.
It's a 10 out of 10.
It's a 10. It's a 10 out of 10.
Tanners around.
Yeah, I mean,
There's around.
all doggos are good boys. Yep.
Yes.
That's real. Okay, I have some lists on my phone here that we got to get to. So some lists that I have personally curated from the internet. Basically, anytime I get one of those like list ads on Facebook that really kind of works for me, I save it for list critics.
Wow, personally curated by NecroVMX. We're getting the good stuff.
Okay, we're not looking at Pornhub. Um,
Are we sure?
Just hit save. I mean, erase.
I wonder why I have that suggested. I don't know.
Oh, well, no, I mean, I know why that's there. Okay.
Damn it.
Okay, from Ula. Okay, this is a story list of Subway sandwich artists share the most disgusting sandwich they've ever had to make.
Oh God, no.
No.
This should be interesting.
I'm
Okay.
curious.
So this guy Jesse walks in.
What's your go-to Subway order, Jesse?
Usually I like if I want to get my money's worth, I get the meatball sub. Get a lot of green peppers on there, just a couple banana peppers.
Okay. Now,
I get some barbecue sauce.
well, we don't need to know like the entire thing. I just want to know the basic sandwich. Now,
Yeah,
what about
there you go.
Now,
Are we talking to me? Okay.
Yeah.
I like to go with the Italian setup, and then I like to get like some provolone and some Swiss on that.
nice pun, Nick.
I usually go meatball, lettuce, onion, peppers.
My favorite is the sweet onion teriyaki
Chicken, yeah.
with lots and lots of peppers and spinach.
Chicken bacon ranch
Ew.
is a close second, though.
I can't do ranch. I'm grossed out by ranch.
Yeah.
It grosses
Yeah.
me out. But
Lately, it's grossed me out.
It really
so
is
much.
what a ranch would taste like.
if you drove out to some motherfucker's ranch and just
Yeah.
started licking the ground.
Yep.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. A guy came in once and ordered an Italian sub with no veggies and every sauce. Sauce.
So he wanted soup.
Barbecue.
At the time, we were boasting around 14 sauces or so. We had everything from ranch to basil pesto to a raspberry vinaigrette. I almost threw up as I sent the goopy dripping monstrosity through the grinder oven. Of course, it couldn't be a to-go order. He sat down in front of us and started snacking. Heaps of barbecue sauce and ranch dressing and chipotle mayonnaise went dribbling down his cheeks every time he took a bite.
Ugh.
His eating process was slow, disgusting, and methodical. He would eat 2 bites, set the sandwich down, and wait 5 minutes. He never looked around or spoke to anyone after he'd paid. He simply stared dead-eyed into the corner. Bite, wait, bite, wait. Tiny bites. He didn't wipe his face. After a few bites, he would stand up and move to the bathroom. A few minutes later, he'd return to his viscous sandwich blob and resume. By the way, I just want to say, this person is really good at telling the story.
Yeah.
Bites, wait, bathroom, resume, repeat. A full hour and a half it took this bizarre space alien to finish that thing. He must have gone to the toilet at least 6 times.
Jesus Christ.
At first, I thought he was intentionally inducing vomiting, but the bathroom was completely clean after he left. No signs of volcano vomit or anything. The smell, though. Like chicken soup and old gym socks were microwaved together for 20 minutes.
Gotta throw a lemon
By
in
the way,
there.
can we get... yeah, right? Can we get this person, whoever this person may be, to be a scriptwriter for Deadpool 3?
Oh.
Because that reminded me of the line, 2 hobos fucking in a shoe. If not for the gobs of food snot dripping on his cheeks, it had been like that bit in Breaking Bad where Gus puts a little towel down for his knees and pukes up the poison. It was just so serial killer methodical. Anyway, that was the grossest. I almost puked just making that thing, let alone watching a man ingest it.
That's disgusting.
Slowly.
Well, I didn't want to eat tomorrow.
Yeah.
For the next week.
Yeah.
Yikes. Okay, the worst thing, this is the second one. The worst thing I ever made at Subway was a salad, and the entire situation was gross. So this dude wearing tan and gold rimless sunglasses walked in, but kept his sunglasses on. He told me he wanted a chopped salad. I don't remember the meat or veggies he asked for, but I do remember the toppings. After reading my name tag, he asked for olive oil. As he peered at me over his glasses, he said, "I like it really wet," and licked his lips.
Ugh.
I put in a whole bunch, but he kept repeating how wet he liked it, asking for more oil. I put in at
And it's
least...
still wet.
This is already difficult enough. I put in at least half a bottle of oil. Then he went on to say how he loved Parmesan cheese, like a lot of it. I shook in a bunch of cheese, but he still wasn't satisfied. I was ticked off and creeped out at this point, so I took the lid off the cheese and dumped the entire shaker full into the bowl. He was thrilled. "You're the best. You make the best salad. No one anywhere else gets it like you do. You're perfect." This is S Serpent.
He was
Yeah.
having sex at that moment.
This
Yeah.
gives me.
Else realized
I feel like I got to take a shower after that.
I have to take 2 showers after
that's like
this.
serial killer stuff right there.
He came back.
Yeah.
He came back several times asking for me, and if I was there, he refused to be served by anyone else. Eventually, my shift manager stood next to me while I made the salad, so the dude couldn't make weird comments. He stopped coming in after that.
Ugh.
gross.
Well, I
Barrel,
guess you could say
barrel is correct. That's the weirdest kink you've ever heard of.
I guess he really wanted his salad tossed. Like,
Ah,
dude, come on.
I was joking at first, and then that actually happened to be the thing. So
All right. I worked at Subway the summer before and after my senior year in high school. I wouldn't say it was a job I disliked, more along the lines of a job I absolutely despised. The nonstop stream of rude and entitled customers, all of which had some awful remark about your sandwich artist skills, just left you feeling bitter and cold like a bag of frozen Italian urban cheese dough straight out of the freezer. It was a closing time on a weeknight, maybe 5 minutes before we could lock the door for the day. Weeknights were usually dead slow after the post-work dinner rush, and the assistant manager who usually closed with me was cool with us putting up most of the tables, shutting down one of the bathrooms, sweeping, the usual stuff. More often than not, we didn't see a single customer after 9 p.m. In walks this older white guy, upper 50s, low 60s, absolute trailer trash, huge belly hanging out from under his Walmart Southern Pride t-shirt, pants that clearly showed his crack, flip-flops, mangy, unwashed hair. This dude
Okay,
was...
well, now that the appearance has been judged.
Oh, yeah. This dude was probably already 2 six-packs in when he decided to drive over to get this disgusting pig slop sub that he wanted to order. Give me one of them footlongs on white. He's already annoyed that I have to wash my hands before I put on gloves and grab a fresh knife. He starts huffing and puttering Jesus while waiting. Go ahead and put some shredded cheese on there and microwave it. Sure, boss. Already gross, but whatever. People ordered gross stuff all the time. Looking at you, mayonnaise in a salad. Give me double tuna, chicken and bacon. Put the chicken in the middle of the tuna. Sure, I'll have to charge you for triple meat and the bacon is extra. Is that okay? Yeah, whatever. So I start creating this elementary school lunch from the Shadow Realm. I'm a little... They took a long time coming up with that, I bet. I'm a little angry because normally for double meat, we would hollow out the bread to make room. Not possible when nuked cheese is glued to the bread already. He also orders 3 more cheeses on here. Toast it again. At this point, the bread is hard as a rock. The tuna has these weird dried bits in the outskirts of the sandwich. Then we get to the veggies and condiments. Give me a bit of everything. I just stared at him for a second. It already wouldn't close, and he wanted a dozen veggies on top. So I sighed to myself and grabbed the first one, probably cucumbers. It's definitely closing time by now. Go on and put a little more than that now. If you've ever noticed, Subway has specific amounts of stuff they put on. 6 tomatoes, 6 cucumbers, 4 cheese slices. Normally for our nice customers, we don't charge for extra veggies, but it didn't stop there. He ordered double and sometimes triple of every single vegetable.
God.
The whole time being rude as possible about why I wasn't putting as much as he liked, telling me that he could make it better and faster, asking why some items were already put away in the fridge that he wanted. Non-stop complaining. All right, now give me some extra mayo, mustard, ketchup, sweet onion, ranch oil, and vinegar. Did this guy lose a bet? I sighed, starting to break. Sir, we unfortunately don't carry ketchup. Well, boy, you better find then some, shouldn't you? I bit my tongue and called my assistant manager out of the back. He explained the same thing, and they had a mini back and forth that ended with him saying he would call corporate tomorrow about it. Whatever. Meanwhile, I am at my breaking point with Mr. Krabs' appetizer. This monster is dripping with veggie water, sopped in mayonnaise, and definitely is not going to close. He noticed at this point because he started watching me intently. You gonna have to push down on hard down that now, boy. Better make sure it's sealed tight. I don't know what a sealed sandwich is, but as soon as I tried to close it, the entire thing just collapsed on itself.
Oh.
My hands are covered in tuna, ranch, mustard globs, and trying desperately to save it. This guy loses it. Are you stupid or something? I think this is the guy that called me that one time. I got a message on my phone that says eat ass. Now what in the hell does that mean? Sir, I'm sorry, but you ordered a large amount of items extra. I can definitely make you a salad. I don't want no salad. Get that manager of yours and let's see you do it again. This will be your last night. Sure. Almost a half hour after closing time, my assistant manager comes out, tosses his entire first sandwich straight into the garbage, and makes the exact same sandwich, microwave cheese, 4 or 5 meats, an entire garden, and a tub of lard on top. Surprise, surprise, it falls apart again. My assistant manager tells me to go ahead and ring him up, and the guy starts screaming, I ain't paying for no sandwich. That ain't what I ordered. He starts to storm out. My manager yells, "Sir, if you don't pay, we'll pull the security footage and file a police report." He does not want that. Ticked off and half-wasted, he comes to the register. His total is like $45 for one sandwich. Best part,
my lord.
he makes it a combo with a dozen raspberry white chocolate cookies. Have a nice day, sir. Get bent, you pillywickle. He storms.
Pillywickle.
I've never heard that phrase before. He storms out and drives over the curb as he wheels out. Pillywickle.
So I don't think it was
Never
just two
heard
fish
that.
stacks. I think there was maybe some meth involved, or
Drugs
something.
must be involved, or booze.
Bath salts or something, man. Wow. Okay. And I thought we were just going to hear about gross sandwiches, not necessarily gross people.
Oh,
It's both.
yuck.
I mean, you are what you eat, right?
Oh.
Damn.
An older...
Wasn't ready for that.
Yeah. Nobody is. Nobody expects the pun-hit wonder. An older couple walks in. The husband has health issues and the wife won't let him get cookies. They fight about it the entire time they're in line. The wife steps away to use the restroom. The husband leans in and frantically whispers, "I want those freaking cookies. Smash them on my sandwich before she comes back."
Huh.
So I did. I watched him eat the entire thing with the biggest smile on his face. It was awesome and gross. I want to know.
That's a more pleasant story.
Yeah, but imagine
definitely.
imagine watching this old man eat this like meatball sub or whatever the fuck that has like chocolate chip cookies in the middle of it. That's a little weird.
That's desperation.
You know what? That's not that weird.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess.
Oh.
No, you're not allowed. You can't do that.
All right. I worked at Subway for a few months during my freshman year of college. The grossest thing I ever made wasn't a sub, but a salad I made for an older lady. She came in right before closing and she asked for a salad with shredded lettuce, cut up ham, and mayonnaise. So much mayo. I squeezed a few lines in her salad and looked up at her to ask if that was too much, and she said, "Oh, no, baby. I'm going to need a lot more than that."
Baby.
And I ended up squeezing what seemed like almost half of the squeeze bottle on her salad. The top of the lettuce ham bowl she asked for was completely covered in mayo, like a blanket of creamy snow. I swear the ratio of mayo to lettuce was like 3-1. She even got extra mayo in a little cup on the side, just in case.
Oh.
It really stuck in my memory because I remember she got so much mayo we had to prep another bottle of it before we could close.
I feel almost like that was made up to be like, you know what? I encountered the whitest person ever.
Well, as Barrel said, she do be white.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you might be right.
Oh, I do not like mayonnaise, and that makes me turn my stomach.
I'm not the hugest mayonnaise fan myself, so I'm a little...
I'm okay with it on like sandwiches.
Yeah, like, it's gonna be a good sandwich. You know?
To me, it works better as an ingredient than a condiment. Like I put it into things. Yeah. When I worked,
I'll mix it with ketchup and pepper, and
fry
that makes
sauce.
a real good dippy sauce. Yeah.
When I worked at Subway, we once had a woman and her kid come in, and without exaggeration, I could say she was 300 pounds easy. Her kid looked like that would be his path later in life as well. They were both incredibly nice, but very strict. The mom did the order and made it clear that she was ordering for her precious angel, and it needed to be exact. They wanted a 12-inch meatball marinara with no meatballs, just the sauce. So you want a 12-inch bread with fucking tomato sauce on it. Next, every pickle that we had left on the front line was dumped onto this thing. Easily more than 5 times the regular pickle amount. Enough pickles that I could make 2 solid rows of pickles on this behemoth and have pickles left over that did not touch the bottom bread. Next, it would be extra double toasted. After one round of toasting, the bread was already hot and the pickles totally baked of all life. They could not, however, be prepared for the rain of thermal torture that was about to assault them. After one more full toasting cycle and one additional partial toasting cycle, the bread was burnt to a shade of black in most exposed parts, the tomato sauce was toasted to a crisp, and the poor pickles were disgusting, yellowish, crispy ghosts of their former glory. No other veggies would be unlucky to be added to this sandwich, bubbling hot and stinking of desiccated pickle. This should be a song title. Desiccated pickle. The final step in this abomination was to retrieve another cup of refrigerated, still cold tomato sauce from the back and dump a line on top of the broiled charred brick of pickled tomato nonsense now currently smelling up my line. The kid was giving this whole situation a very pleased Pugsley Adams-esque smile from the back as I wrapped the sandwich, gross charred bread flaking off as I wrapped it up. Then they bought a bag of Miss Vicky's jalapeno chips and a soda before leaving on their merry way so I could start cleaning up. The only thing that made the situation more bearable is that despite being strict about the preparation, they were very nice and happy to get the food. Okay.
Man,
So they wanted
That's
burnt
one
bread,
nasty bread.
tomato sauce, and ketchup.
I think they would have been more happy with pizza.
pickle pizza?
Hey, some people eat that.
Yeah,
I mean, people be putting pineapple on that shit, so...
it's not bad.
All right, next one. Keep in mind, I'm used to just about any random sandwich combination, having worked with 3 different stores with interesting regulars, like the guy who sometimes got salads where the lettuce was replaced with jalapenos. But one time, I'm working and a guy comes in and I ask him what he wants. He gets a foot-long worth of bread, but says he wants nothing on it. So I ask veggie, and I head over to the veggie area, and we just stare at each other, and I realize he meant nothing. So just as I'm about to tell him that I'd have to charge him for a veggie if he just wants the bread, I assumed for something else, as people tend to ask from time to time, he asks for salt and pepper. You know, for a moment I thought this was going to be for a duck. I paused for a moment and put it on. Maybe he doesn't have any at home and he just wants some on. But then he asks for more, and more, and more. There's now a very strong layer of salt and pepper, as visible as if it were meat laid end to end, and keep in mind there are holes in the bread, so there's even more hiding. And then he pays for it, sits down and eats it. The whole thing. I can't even. That's just the one thing that has stuck with me.
I mean, I've enjoyed salt and pepper prawns and salt and pepper fish.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I don't think I've ever enjoyed salt and pepper bread, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
basically, it was a salt and pepper sandwich.
Yeah,
that's gross.
I've enjoyed salt and pepper potato chips.
I mean,
that's getting
yeah.
closer.
Yeah, but
no.
you know what's interesting? And they left one piece of information out. What kind of bread was it?
Oh no! We'll never
God.
know.
That's kind of that's kind of important information.
I'm real. Oh no! I'm gonna wonder about this.
That's gonna that's gonna haunt. We gotta hunt this guy down and ask him.
I'll be on my deathbed, being like, "What kind of
Under
bread
bread.
was it, though?"
You'll be like, you know what? It was probably Italian herb and cheese.
Jesus, it might have been.
You'll have to
There's
convince
so much
yourself.
herb.
Was it sourdough?
I had offered to buy a homeless guy a sandwich for him and his wife, and we made it through bread and meat selection without incident. I can't remember what he chose because the ensuing horror made it irrelevant. Things started to fall off the rails at the vegetable station. He asked for raw onions and received a normal-sized portion of raw onions. He then said, no, more onions. He received more onions. No, man, like lots of onions. I love onions. I kid you not, he requested more onions at least 4 times.
Oh.
Sandwich artist and I just kept making eye contact, but neither of us could stop what was happening. By the time he was satisfied with the onions on his sandwich, not only could you not see the meat, you could barely see the bread. I had edibility concerns by this point, as did the sandwich artist. I could tell because the sandwich artist kept trying to save the sandwich with helpful suggestions, all of which were flatly rejected. I could see the desperation building in sandwich artist's eyes as he went down the line with his onion sandwich. All other veggies rejected. Cheese rejected. Some sort of sauce to help mask the fact that an entire onion was resting on a pathetic slab of inadequate deli meat? Rejected. With a resigned sigh, sandwich artist asked if he wanted oil or vinegar. That's when we learned that it could get worse. I don't know what a normal-sized dash of oil looks like on a sandwich, mostly because I've never seen anyone order oil on their sandwich before. Whatever the normal size was, sandwich artist gave him more. This proved to be not enough, as I then witnessed more and more requests for more until there was oil pooling on the paper. It looked more like he was planning on taking the onions to a stove to cook later, which actually might be the case, than like an amount of oil that could ever be delicious. Sandwich artist had given up at this point and was obviously unhappy at having to use his time to make something that was appearing fairly inedible. And that's when the request for lots of black pepper hit.
Oh.
You know those awkward scenes in Italian restaurants where people keep requesting more and more Parmesan cheese until the bounds of societal decency force them to stop? Picture that, but with progressively more horrified shakes of a pepper shaker until the pile of oily onions looked like it had been salvaged from Pompeii.
Uh-huh.
There was no white space left by the time he was satisfied. Sandwich artist and I kept making concerned looks at each other as round after round of more passed, but neither of us were about to question the man. He was so confident about what he wanted. I still wonder
This guy's homeless, by the way.
Yeah. Hey, he likes what he likes, though, right? I still wonder sometimes if he and his wife actually ate those sandwiches and if that sandwich artist has ever been forced to make a more disgusting creation.
So much oil and onion. Ugh.
I mean, okay, when I go to Subway, I really like their green peppers. They're just green bell peppers, and I think they're really good on the sandwiches. And I will often request extra, and I'll sometimes say it in a funny way. I'll say, just fuck me up with green peppers. But it's still an amount that the sandwich could be closed and enjoyed. This just sounds like this guy was like going to pass around like... At first I thought like, yeah, he's just getting a shitload of onions so he can share it with all his friends like, you know, at the homeless shelter. But then I'm thinking, I'm sure they don't want it with oil and pepper.
Yeah, like it's just, there's so much it's turning into a comedy bit.
Yeah, yikes. I've been working at Subway for about a month now, but there is this one prick. Oh my lord, I hate him. Whenever I work in the evenings, I dread his arrival. First, let's go over what he looks like. He's about 5'5", short little prick. His beard is untamed, and he works at an auto body shop, coming in right after work. His face is a mixture of depression and anger, and his teeth. They're either golden or rotted to the gum line. And now for his sub. First day of work, he comes in and starts laughing. Then my trainer comes out and starts laughing. I have no idea what's about to happen. She says, if you need help with his sub, I'll be in the back. So I'm thinking he just wants a double meat, double cheese, big Philly since they're a pain to make. I was wrong. I was so wrong. He chooses Italian, pronouncing it Italitan bread. He then says he'd like a simple club. No biggie, I thought. Should be easy. I look at my cheat sheet and 4 turkey, 4 ham, 4 bacon. Super simple. I put the bacon on without asking if he wanted to toast it or not. And then he calls me on it. Remake it! All right, that's fine. It's my first day, and I'm going to make a few mistakes. Remade it. Ask what he wanted. I want the meat from the other one since you messed it up. And the cheese. No charge since it's in the trash. And then I want double meat and cheese. Since there's already 2 times there, double that would be 4 times, yeah? Forget this guy. So I make a sub, 16 chicken, 16 ham, 16 bacon. It's falling out of the bread. After I toast this demon sub, I go to veggies. And what kind of veggies for you today, sir? And he just smiles this stupid, toothless grin. He goes through each vegetable one by one. Why does he do this? Because if this prick doesn't tell me everything at once, I have to assume he doesn't want anything else. If he would have just said everything, I could put less of certain ones on in order to save room. But no, one by one he lists them. After I get everything on, I look down, and it's bread with veggies stacked on top. That's all there is. He laughs a bit more and says, put that bread that you messed up on top for me. But not before we get done with the sauces. However, the way he says it is sauces. After about 20 freaking sauces, I put the other piece of bread on top, wring him out, and go to the back. My trainer and coworker were laughing their butts off. The guy walks in the back and puts an arm around my trainer. Apparently, it was her husband, and I hate him. I can't believe you actually made it for him. So it was a prank. If this wasn't
just a prank, bro.
Yeah.
What a dick!
I'd be so mad.
I that's a good way to get punched. If this wasn't my first job, I would have quit right there. Yikes on bikes, you guys.
Jesus.
All right. That's about all that I can handle. We're going to give this... we'll grade it because they're not numbered. We'll grade it with letters. I will give that a... I'm going to give that a D for disgusting.
I'm gonna give it an F for fucking
Just
body
fucking
policing.
stop.
Yeah, F for body policing.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it an F for Subway Eat Fresh.
I'll give it a C for crikey.
Okay. Wow, dude. Wow.
That was the worst one.
That was special.
You can't give it any worse of a grade.
No, you can't. Crikey.
No?
Correct.
All right.
That is the ultimate terrible grade.
It's pretty bad, yeah. All right, let's see. What are we gonna do next? I got so many lists here. I'm just trying to pick like a good one, you know.
We got 30 minutes left.
Yeah. Okay, so here's something from 22 Words, the most insane posts from the most insane people on Facebook.
Are these just all going to be... Oh, I was going to say...
Oh.
No, it's Twitter. Jaden Smith would have...
Okay, Jesse.
So is this just gonna be like my family
Yeah.
talking?
It's all paid in every single one.
Oh god.
no.
All right, so let's see. Wait, hold on. Am I on the right fucking tab? Oh, here we go.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. Okay. So this is the first post. Exactly 1 year ago, my sugar daddy Brad passed away. He was 47 and died because of a heart attack and untreated diabetes. We had an incredibly toxic relationship, and ultimately, I wish I never met him. As horrible as he was, I am sitting here trying to dig up a good memory to remember him on this day. So here it is. Brad, you brought me my first pair of Louboutins, my first Birkin, and my first and only racehorse. I still don't forgive you for taking me out of the will after you attacked me while you were on Whippets. P.S. Please don't haunt me again.
What the hell?
I thought this was gonna be insane, not like crazy, haha, not insane like this person needs medication.
Yeah, like there's some damage there, man.
Quite a bit of it, I would say. Wow. Okay. This one's from Facebook Marketplace, and this person is trying to sell a house.
Oh, gee.
Good evening. Is this still available? Yes, it is. Please leave me alone. We are sleeping. Then there's then a question mark. No more contacting, please. Thanks. Appreciate. You contacted me. I know. I no longer interested. Please stop contacting me now. I will contact Attorney General if you do not stop. This isn't good. That de-escalated quickly.
Yeah.
Isn't good. Made that all worth it.
It's like a sparkler. It just fizzled out of nowhere.
Wow. My kid says he is depressed. I already took his phone away. Is there anything else I can do to get him out of this phase? Wow, that's a punchable person.
I don't know about this Liz.
Like, what are you trying to prove, bud?
That they're the biggest dick in the universe?
Congratulations!
Yay, you win. I do love my Apple products, but personally think it's in poor taste to celebrate the release of a new product on 9/11. Apparently, those who said they'd never forget have. The reply, Cheryl, it's the 10th.
Oops.
Giggle.
Not even Google, just like look at the bottom corner of your screen where the date
I
is.
said
Yeah.
giggle. not Google.
Giggle. I thought you said Google.
Yeah.
Giggle,
yes.
Google,
Yeah, I mean
gaggle.
Gaggle of geese.
Yes.
Women shouldn't say bad words. Retweet if you agree. And I just want to point out this is a Facebook post.
Reface.
This is the
You
same
agree.
person that says women be shopping.
Women be shopping? Wow. and by the way, that person's name is Bird is the word truly.
Bird is the word.
Yeah.
Truly,
Truly.
truly is.
Okay.
They're verbs.
Okay, I knew this had to come up. This is from a Moms Against Vaccines page.
Ooh boy.
Ugh.
So it starts with the normal person. I'm just trying to understand, why would the government lie about such things? Just wondering. Control. Please elaborate. Nah.
That's not.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, if you really don't have an argument, you can just decline to, just like, nah. It's like when you say something to Barrel and he goes, debatable.
Or I'll just leave this here.
Wow.
Nah.
Can you not like my boyfriend's pictures? Thanks. Your boyfriend is my cousin, LOL. That doesn't give you the right to like his pictures.
Oh my fucking god.
I mean, unless we're in Alabama, then that might be a different thing.
Oh, snap.
Shots.
Shots fired. I don't hear Gunny barking, but a gun has gone off.
Hey.
Okay, so this is a post that it was a comment post on the image of the Avengers Endgame poster that has Shuri on it. You don't need to avenge this one. She could remain dusted. Smartest person in the world, my butt. You morons only say this because she's black. There is no way a teenager can create and develop all this technology in Wakanda. So here comes the reply. This is a universe where people have superpowers and there are talking trees, but this person thinks having a smart teenage girl is unrealistic. Okay.
I mean,
It's true.
It's all fake and made up. Just people relax.
Imagine hating Shuri, though.
Oh my god.
She's a goddamn cinnamon roll.
She's amazing.
And
I
Wait,
love her
what?
so
I don't know
much.
what that means. A cinnamon roll?
Oh,
Like
Jesus
like
fucking
a
Christ.
good thing?
Yes, being a cinnamon roll is a good thing.
Okay.
If he
It's
brings
like-
up that,
It's like the opposite of saying someone ain't shit.
So they are shit? Wait.
yes, actually,
Well, when it's curled out perfectly like a cinnamon roll.
Oh, that was good.
You know what? It's funny because like as I was reading that one out, Moogle is like S Serpent and EV Agent's like Pain. It could be either of them, to be honest with you.
Oh boy.
but they're not cinnamon rolls. Neither one of those.
From a page called Vegan Revolution. When family, that's in quotes, tries to guilt trip you into letting them come to your fully vegan wedding even though they are omnivores. Laughing face emoji.
What?
Like they
Wait.
can eat vegan food too.
Yeah, there's more. Just for some context, some family members were told they are not invited to my wedding because we don't want to host murderers at our wedding, which is supposed to be one of the happiest days of our lives.
Oh fuck.
Wow.
Like you're gonna ostracize members of your family just because they choose to eat some, one thing, you choose to eat another.
Yeah, I mean, the only way that would be acceptable is if you choose to eat people.
And it sounds like that's on behalf of the people who are hosting the wedding, like the people who are getting married.
Yeah, it does sound like that. You're right.
It's like, by the way, you're not allowed. And it's like, what the fuck? I invited them for a reason because I love them.
Okay. So
Bitches.
So this post comes with a picture of an Xbox One that's been just smashed to shit.
Oh no.
Try me, and this is what happens. Maybe next time you won't forget to buy my cheese vegan. I told you over and over again, I do not want real cheese. I'm a vegan, and you will respect that.
I'm going to the police.
Restraining order.
I would want to be pretty far away from somebody who would go so crazy about some cheese that they
We go into small claims court.
smash up going on Judge Judy. That'd be pretty hilarious. Imagine her reaction to that.
Reminds me of that scene in Anger Management when what's his name? He throws the eggs at Adam Sandler.
I
He's
said over easy.
Like, Jesus, it's eggs, dude.
Oh god. All right. So this is from a buy sell trade page. Can the admin of this group stop deleting my post? My boyfriend has been trying to sell his lizards and your dumb admin keeps deleting it until they learn it is worth selling on any site. So stop deleting my post or I'll report this group from Facebook for good. Like 5 exclamation points. Then
Report it from Facebook.
Yep. And then a regular person says, Facebook won't do anything. This group clearly states in a pin post that there will be no sale of pets in this group. Here comes the reply. Too bad. I don't care what you say. He needs them gone, so accept it.
Oh. Well,
That's
in
not
that
how
case,
this
Oh, I
works.
mean,
we'll make an exception
yeah,
for you.
just for you. Okay. Oh, another anti-vax post. There have been multiple scientific studies on the dangers of vaccinations. And somebody says, show me one, please. And then the first person says, government controls the internet now, so I can't find what I'm looking for.
How convenient.
Yeah, very convenient.
Which government?
The shadow one.
The one world government that these people believe in.
The Illuminati.
Oh, of course, the Illuminati. I should have thought of that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, our Cards Against Humanity box has one less card. We were playing last night and were ironically talking about how I'm against vaccinating. My friends actually converted after our conversation. Yay. And about 5 minutes later, I drew this card that said, not vaccinating my children because I'm stupid. We all had a good laugh after I ripped it up.
Is there an actual?
There's a picture of it too, yeah.
How many of those laughs were with?
Well,
And how many were?
I think this should be on a list of things that really super didn't happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say
yeah.
this is a dream, or
Yeah, because there's no way that they just converted a bunch of their friends to being anti-vax after just like
This is one of those hashtag that happened.
Yeah, exactly.
hashtag relatable.
There's a lot of things that didn't happen, but this super didn't happen.
No, it
Hashtag
totally
that
happened.
happened.
It happened so hard.
Oh, it's happening. All right. I've actually seen this post. This is great. It pisses me off to no end when I see childless couples at Disney World. Disney World is a family amusement park, yet these immature millennials throw away their money on useless stuff. They have no idea the joy and happiness it is to be mothers who buy their babies treats and toys. This girl...
God, I've seen this one, yeah, too.
It's amazing. This girl was buying a Mickey pretzel, and Aiden wanted one, but the line was very long. So I said later, and it broke his poor little heart, and he cried. Well,
I've actually seen this post as well.
Maybe
It went viral.
Maybe you could have just bought the pretzel then.
So
It
it's
goes
if
on.
someone bought a pretzel in front of them.
Yeah, but basically, because somebody bought the pretzel, the kid saw it and wanted one.
An adult bought a pretzel
Yeah.
at her son.
Yeah, that's the best possible way to describe it. Like
That's great.
I'm buying this pretzel at you. That is fantastic. Now that I couldn't have described it better. I was struggling there.
That's that. Don't go to Disney if you're gonna be like that. It's supposed to be magical and full of family-friendly adventures, and that's not very.
And by the way, just Disney is not just for children; it's for everybody.
No.
Yeah, you
I
pay your
could've-
money. You let the
No.
patrons
Listen,
pay their
I
money.
mean, like I
But no
like
kids.
I like The Lion King and Toy Story and Spider-Man. Like there's nothing wrong with that. I've never been to Disneyland though.
I've seen a longer version of that post, too, where she goes on just like this rant
Yeah,
Oh, no.
about, like, you should lose something.
You just lost a customer. Thank God.
I've never seen the longer version, so if you ever actually
I-
come across that, totally post it in the Discord because I would love
I
to see
swear
it.
to God it exists. I can't even
Okay.
remember what the hell she starts to say, but it's very long, and she wishes the worst upon that person.
Wow, how dare they?
Because-
How dare they buy a pretzel?
How dare they be
Her
happy?
son.
Pretzel eating millennial being Disney going people. Ugh.
Bars. Nick just
You shouldn't
dropping
be allowed to
straight
go if you
fire
have
on you.
kids.
That's basically that's
pretzels.
crazy. Okay, this is on a post about the zoo. Okay, so first off, me and my family love to visit all types of zoos, elephants being my all-time favorite. When we took my daughter to see the elephants, I was mortified by the absolute lack of care and concern. This elephant had the largest erection I have ever seen.
Jesus.
Wait,
We're starting off
there-
at 11 here.
There's a little more. My daughter began asking me what that was, and she's only 3. If the staff took care of these poor animals and relieved them, then maybe my 3-year-old daughter wouldn't be asking about giant elephant erections. So wait,
Has an extra leg.
she's saying that it's the zoo's responsibility to jerk off the elephants so that her daughter doesn't see an erection?
It's like a friggin' fire hose, man.
Is that what she's saying? Because that's my takeaway.
So this is the obligatory, just a lot of junk in the trunk post. But get it? 'Cause elephants have trunks.
Yeah,
Eh.
this guy, I love him.
Okay. All right. All right. We're gonna switch screens for a second here. Hold on. We're going over to this screen because I'm gonna tell a joke.
We're going to real talk right
Yeah,
now.
I'm gonna tell a joke I heard. It's terrible, but I'm gonna tell it anyway. So there's this family at the circus, mom, dad, and a little boy, and the little boy points to the elephant and says, "What's that long thing hanging off the elephant?" The mother says, "That's his trunk." And the kid says, no, on the other end. And she says, "That's the tail." She says, "No, Mom, underneath." And she looks at it and she realizes what the kid's saying. And she goes, oh, that's nothing. So then the mother leaves to go to the bathroom or something. And the kid decides that the mother's answer is just not satisfying. So he asks his dad, "Hey, Dad, what's that long thing hanging off the elephant?" He says, "Well, that's the elephant's penis." He says, "Well, how come when I asked Mom, she said it was nothing?" And he goes, "Son, I've spoiled that woman."
Nice. What a flex.
Right.
What a flex.
No, I definitely would not going to show any elephant thing. That is the most insane one though. Like this person is basically saying that the zoo should jerk off the animals. That's insane. Okay.
She's clearly not getting any, so.
Damn. This is
Yeah, she's just looking for an axe to
you know,
grind.
I don't judge anybody for their
An
diet.
axe to grind, that's a weird way of phrasing it.
Hey,
I've never heard it said that way.
Some
Talk
people.
about sharpening your skills, am I right?
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
We're leveling it up.
I don't judge anybody for their dietary restrictions, whether self-imposed or not, but why are so many of these related to vegans? This next one's on a post about a vegan bakery. The bakery items were awesome. My only issue was that as a Christian, I felt completely uncomfortable and under attack there spiritually. The place, yeah, fuck is right. The place is filled with a satanic aura, and if you have a sensitive spirit, you will definitely feel it. The food was good, but I will never go back.
I mean,
So basically, she's saying, I love this food, it's great, but there's this vague feeling that they're somehow evil, so yeah.
There's a demonic presence.
Somehow.
Like when it comes to food and going out, when it comes to food and going out to eat, like atmosphere is important. Atmosphere and presentation are the first thing you see, whether it's walking to the building or when your plate reaches your person. Like you eat with your eyes essentially. Well, like it's atmosphere.
They're not talking about their eyes. They're talking about their soul.
I knew I shouldn't have said. I knew I shouldn't have said that vegan loaf was devilishly good, though.
Oh, that must have been it. Nice. That must have been it. I'm like listening to Nick rant, and I'm like, where's he going with this? Like,
yeah.
It's so sinfully good.
It was
The food was so good it was sinful, so clearly I was under attack as a Christian. There will be no vegan muffins in this Christian Minecraft server.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I don't think Christians do feel spirits. I mean,
Christian Minecraft server.
You don't know.
I mean, I was born and raised. I've been through all the process, and there's never really talk about spirits in that sense. So they're not practicing correctly.
Well, there's different levels of Christian,
Ookie spooky spirit stuff.
I think maybe there's a level that people keep silent.
Yep. There's definitely different types of Christian, and some of them are like that.
Some of them are cartoons.
Basically, yeah, living, talking, breathing cartoons. Okay,
Yes.
So this is from a dog groomer's
Spooky,
Facebook.
scary skeletons.
Spooky.
Dog
scary.
groomers.
So a dog groomer's Facebook. True story. A client just called for the price of a bath and nails. I ask what kind of dog. She says, I don't know what it is now, but when it grows up, it's going to be a black lab. I was dumbfounded, literally. Swear to God, the lady brings in a Pomeranian. A Pom. I said, sorry, but this is a Pomeranian. And she tells me, well, I know it's going to be a black lab because I have its papers at home.
Oh my fucking God.
I pulled up pictures of labs and Poms on the computer, and she still believes it's going to be a black lab. I'm going to home to drink wine.
He needs to switch to Tamagotchis.
Okay, so honestly, I don't even understand why this person felt the need to argue. I just been like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, whatever, and just done the dog grooming, and that's it.
Sure,
Yeah.
whatever it is when it's older, whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
it's gonna evolve like a Pokemon, Okay.
Maybe out of the vague hope that this person will get their head somehow ejected from their butthole and actually take care of this dog as is required.
Yeah, you gotta. EB agent just says that you are too stupid to be in charge of a living creature, ma'am. That's true. Okay. All right, this one's insane. Do you want to boost your funeral? Hire me, the professional mourner, to come cry at the funeral. Below are the summer special prices. Normal crying, $50. Bahamian hollering, $100. I don't know what that means. $100. Crying and rolling on the ground, $150. Crying and threatening to jump into the grave, $200. Crying and actually jumping into the grave, $1,000. Okay,
Wow.
So this comes off as a joke, but this is a real service that people get in Japan.
To boost up their funerals?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, they
Jeez.
there's a whole industry of professional mourners. It happens in Japan. China also does it.
Man, that's kind of its own sadness. Like,
Yeah.
who are all these people dying that aren't having, people mourn?
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody mourns in a different way, and I guess that some people feel like if there isn't wailing and hollering and jumping into graves, then it's not real, which is super shitty because everybody mourns in their own way and they're all valid. So
Yeah, maybe they figure if there's one person doing it, then it's okay for two. at the funeral.
I guess.
Kind of like a motivator.
Terry posted this in the chat. Reminds me of a joke. A couple goes to Russia to adopt a baby. When they get back, they enroll in a Russian language class. When asked why they were in the class by friends, they replied, "Well, the baby's going to start talking in a few years, so we want to be ready."
I love it. I really did love.
That's good.
That's good. Yeah. All right. I hate this so much. I've seen this post and I hate this person so much.
Oh no.
I'm looking forward to my daughter and her fiance visiting for the weekend. Her room is on the right and the guest room is on the left. You can see where Dad will be sleeping, and yes, that's a 12-gauge shotgun propped up in the corner.
Wait, so fiance?
Yeah, going to be married, but the father feels the need to put them on opposite ends of the halls in separate bedrooms and then sleep on the ground on an air mattress with a shotgun between them.
They will not copulate.
So assuming this couple is straight, so he most likely asked for her hand in marriage.
I don't know if people still do that. What I don't understand, I hate this person because basically this is like, let me get on my soapbox for just a very brief moment. This person is basically saying that they own their daughter and that anybody who she chooses to be with sexually is stealing from him somehow and he needs to protect his property by violence.
What's that say about his relationship to his daughter?
Or his relationship with all women.
Oh,
because that is deeply misogynistic.
Women are property to this guy.
Yeah, basically, it's a vestige of when women were viewed as property. Well, I say that like it was a long time ago, but let's face it, that was just like 5 minutes ago. Okay, regular person starts this one. I'm gonna try and go vegetarian for a week and see how it goes. That's so offensive. Really? How? I'm literally planning on doing it. I don't see the problem. You can't go vegetarian for a week. That's offensive to say. You're going to not eat meat for a week. If you literally think that's okay to say, then I'm going to have to stop being associated with you. I'm sorry. I was never told that was offensive, but thank you for telling me. Okay.
What? That's very.
I just stare at them and then blink a couple times. Like, all right.
Jesse, you knew a vegetarian couple who were super obnoxious like that, right?
Yes, I lived with them.
You're like, hey, about this thing.
Do you remember that? Could you just very briefly tell the story about the time you went to Wendy's with them?
Wendy's, I was just going to say. So we went to Wendy's, and at first I was like, well, wait a minute, you guys are going to Wendy's? I mean, that's cool with me, but they're like about hamburgers and chicken and stuff. And they said, well, we're just going to grab some fries. You know, and at the time I didn't logic. Yeah, I didn't logic that the grease and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I was like, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll just get my chicken sandwich. Yeah, I'll just get my chicken sandwich, whatever. So they get their fries. I get my spicy chicken. We sit down, and I'm about to take a bite, and my friend's girlfriend looks at me and says, hey, it looks like your burger's going to talk to you, buck, buck, buck. And I go, well, not for long. And then I just garbled it down. And that's what I had to deal with for like a year.
And didn't they later tell you that the guy told you that was deeply embarrassing, not because of her behavior, but because of yours for daring to eat a chicken sandwich?
Yeah, that I went along with spiel that it was embarrassing that I said anything.
It's just amazing.
And this is also the guy that wouldn't kill flies in the house after he brought them in because they're living creatures.
I mean, they're living creatures, but fuck them.
Pull a power move, and you just like swat one right, you know.
Right in front.
Oh yeah, I had a fly swatter.
Honestly,
and I was just swatting them around.
The chicken sandwich that was already a pretty powerful. I mean, I would have been like, "Oh yes, it is talking." Wait, and then I would have put it near my ear. What are you saying? Don't eat me. I have a family. Oh, and then I would have taken a big bite and made like, "No, don't do this."
But they know that their fries are cooked in the oil that the chicken was cooked in, right?
Yeah, at the time I didn't quite. I wasn't thinking that way.
That's yeah, it is true, but they weren't.
So yeah, that's what I had to deal with.
They weren't thinking that way. You had no responsibility to police what they're eating.
No, but I kind of wish I'd known, just to give them that little.
Yeah, but that would have made it just even more insufferable, to be honest. Can you imagine the reaction?
It would have been great.
I don't know. He had to
It
live.
would have been great
He-
in some degree.
He had to live with these people.
I'd have to walk home to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I was a
So
line cook for 8 years, and I mean, there would be special times where we cook, like fries in a separate oil bin. Like we just like get a pot and have oil, heat it up, and cook. Like I was cool with that. But if you're gonna be obnoxious,
Yeah.
like
well, there you go.
you could have a little chicken in your oil.
A little chicken. Okay, so this is from
Only a
my,
little chicken.
Only a little bit of bacon. This is from a Keto for Beginners page. This is going to be an odd question, but anyone doing keto have pets that have started acting odd towards you? Our lab for the past 24 hours won't leave our side, has been pacing around the house, panting, wanting to go outside, which is not like him, whining. I'm wondering if we are sending out some weird scents that he doesn't like.
The dog needs to pee.
Wait, so your dog... Wait, hold on. So your dog is behaving strangely, and your first thought is it must be that what I'm eating?
Must be the keto.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, it is heavy. Isn't it heavy on meats?
Yeah, it's like basically like Atkins on steroids.
Maybe that's it. Just there's always meat around.
Yeah.
Dogs, it's like,
You
give it to
smell
me.
delicious.
No, that's concerning to me because the dog might be like sick or depressed or something, and they're just like must be
Oh,
the
yeah.
keto.
Yeah, it's got to be the keto, man.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Damn keto.
This is a very, very short and to the point one. I suck at arguing. Once I feel like you're louder than me, I'm gonna hit you.
Whoa.
That's most discourse these days, it seems.
Whoa.
Yeah.
To be honest, I wish life was that simple sometimes.
Or if somebody's just talking over you and being a real bastard, you just clock them right in the face. I mean,
Donk.
you can do that. It's just not recommended.
Yeah.
All right. I have to laugh at all these people who say essential oils aren't beneficial to health. 2 years ago, my friend's aunt was going through chemo for breast cancer, and the doctor said she only had months to live. I wouldn't accept this diagnosis, and after doing my own research, I came to the hospital and explained to the doctors what I had found. They allowed me to put drops of eucalyptus and lavender oil into the chemo drip. Wow, this super didn't happen.
What?
This didn't happen so much that things that actually did happen now didn't happen because of this.
They unhappened.
Yeah. And the literal next day, I get a phone call from the hospital telling me the tumor had shrunk nearly all the way away and that her cancer wasn't terminal anymore. They said it was caused directly by the oils I administered. My friend's aunt and I hang out to this very day, and she brags to all our friends about how I saved her life.
Wow.
This didn't happen so hard that
That is some strong
That it
essential
did
oils
happen.
you're taking.
yeah, that is wow. Okay.
Yeah. I like that it so didn't happen that maybe it did.
Exactly.
Okay.
That doesn't even happen in your dreams. Like,
No,
That-
it didn't
you-
happen
yeah,
so
that's-
hard that it did happen.
Yeah, there you go. It actually happened because it didn't happen so hard. It was like a singularity of bullshit.
A weird happening feedback loop.
It
Okay.
continues to happen just over and over because it didn't happen
Yeah.
that much.
It's a tesseract of bullshit.
The cause and effect of eucalyptus.
It's like the ending of 2001 compressed into a single moment. Okay, so this person starts with going on a rant about Microsoft. I do have to point out that they're spelling Microsoft with a $, which is so super clever and nobody's ever done
fucking
before.
God.
oh wow, that's original.
Yeah,
That's,
totally.
businessman.
that's really opening my eyes,
Yeah,
Banksy.
I've never seen
Opening my third eye.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Banksy. Microsoft, don't trust them people. They harvest your data and give it to the NSA. Open your eyes. That's why I don't use their stuff. Here comes the reply. Huh? You have a PC and you bought your son an Xbox One. My PC is made by Dell, which uses Windows, and the game machine is made by Xbox. Neither of them use Microsoft. I do my research, unlike you.
Jesus fucking Christ. That
It could end right there, but there's a little bit more. So that this person tries very patiently to explain that both Windows and Xbox are made by Microsoft, and then this person says, do your research. You're blind to the truth. And then the other person does the wisest thing they ever could do and says, I'm out.
that cannot be real. I doubt it's real.
You know what, honestly,
Xbox One.
I don't doubt that this is real because
My God.
I've
So much
unfortunately
anger.
seen shit like this.
Oh, I know
I just
there's a
Googled
possibility.
Xbox
I just
I just googled Xbox One, and the first thing that shows up is Microsoft Xbox One.
Well, I would hope that would show.
18,000 reviews.
That's what they want you to think.
Yeah. Open your eyes, man.
Open your third eye.
Xbox One not made by.
wake up, sheeple.
It's clearly made by Xbox.
Uh,
Yeah. Okay. So this is a very short and to the point one. It just says, "What are stem cells? I'm against stem cells."
This is gonna
So
be
wait,
delicious.
so
That kind of sums it up, doesn't it?
so I'm against something, but I don't know what it is. That does sum it up right there, right?
Yeah,
this is gonna be
it really
so
does.
delicious.
I don't know what's in a vaccines, so I don't like it.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't trust things I don't understand.
My neighborhood has this flower peeking into my backyard. I couldn't get close enough to see if there is a camera hidden inside. Is this even legal? This is with a picture of a fucking sunflower, by the way. This person, this is Dale Gribble. It's got to be because they see a sunflower and they're like, the government, they're spying on me.
it's Flowey, confirmed.
Oh my god.
Howdy, y'all.
it looks like a microphone.
No.
You idiots! In this backyard, it's
Get that
kill
big
or
hot
be
voice out of
killed.
here.
All right. My oh my. Here's the next one. The other day I was talking to my neighbor and he was telling me how his visa had been expired for 3 months, but he didn't or couldn't apply for a new one. Don't remember. Guy has been working under the table and isn't even paying taxes. I know he's doing it to provide for his kids, but I still got mad. I reported him to ICE and they just picked him up. His kids were crying and I offered to watch them until a relative could... Wow, this super didn't happen either. Until a relative can get them, but CPS showed up and grabbed them. Their mom passed away last year and now their dad is getting deported. I wish there was something I could do to help. Any suggestions are welcome and appreciated.
Also donations. Here's my PayPal link. Here we go.
Wait,
Here's my
but
Patreon.
I wish I could help in this terrible situation that I alone caused.
Yeah.
That's narcissism at its finest.
By the way, Barrel Bonsai Buddy was totally a virus. I don't know if you knew that, but... Shaking hands with a woman is like shaking hands with a child. It seems artificial and vaguely patronizing. The handshake was designed as a greeting between men to show that your sword hand was empty.
Oh, fuck.
Literally every single time anybody compares like an interaction with a child to an interaction with women, I just shudder. Just involuntarily.
Isn't that like amazingly creepy?
It's
Like it shouldn't.
I
you
shudder
don't
like
have
butter.
to ask me that.
Yeah, it's just like you shouldn't be able to, like, physically shouldn't be able to be creeped out as much as that creeps me out.
Like, how did this person come back from like the 1400s? You know, like these people still exist.
They do. They think this shit up all the time.
Well, I hope he
and then
gets
they're
the
like,
plague.
Oh, I'll just
Je-
put this on
Jesse,
the internet. It'll be
Jesse,
great.
not only do they still exist, but there might be more people like that than there was in the 1400s.
How are they growing?
And that well, because there's more people.
Real mad about women.
There's more people, so
Guess we need another plague.
we need something. But that was the last one, and that is going to be the last list. This one was a little rough. There were a few rough spots. There were a few of these that I loved and enjoyed greatly. Had a lot of belly laughs, and there were a few that I have like goose flesh from. But
Make you go triple yikes.
I'm gonna triple ain't enough, man. That's like yikes to the nth power right there.
Ooh, an Aleph Knoll.
Indeed, indeed. So we'll give that a bonsai buddy out of 10.
Damn it.
Bonsai buddy.
I'm gonna give this a Plague Inc. out of 10.
I'm playing in Kirk. Now,
I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10.
there you go. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna go over the schedule for you guys. Thank you for coming to the List Critics, and thank you guys for being on the List Critics. Pun,
No, thank you.
Hope you enjoyed your first episode.
I
with
learned
us.
a few things tonight.
I swear, Pun, you are like the physical manifestation of Kyle from South Park.
Oh, good.
You know, I learned something today.
It worked out so well, though.
Yeah. Okay, so join me tomorrow. This is the schedule for the rest of the week. Join me tomorrow afternoon. We're going to be playing World Heroes for Neo Geo. That's in the afternoon. Tuesday night, we're going to be doing Hollow Knight. Y'all know that's Tampon Tuesday. We got to get down on that. Wednesday afternoon will be more Skyrim. Thursday night, more Terranigma. Friday afternoon, more Skyrim. And then Saturday night, we'll be continuing with Secret of Mana. That being said, let's go ahead and do a raid. We're going to go over to the raid screen. I probably should have done that already. Here we go. And let's
Unprepared.
see. You're prepared.
Unprepared.
Unprepared. Okay. That is true. Sure, you can if you want to. So we're gonna raid Tally. Tally was in here earlier. He's playing Mortal Kombat 11, so get prepared for a almost unusual amount of shit talk, but it will be entertaining.
I guess that would make Tally's enemy in Mortal Kombat a Tally Whacker.
You're not allowed to speak anymore.
Okay, you really ain't shit for that one, man.
You have been revoked your speaking privileges.
That was good.
What's our raid?
I'm working on that
chant?
now.
God damn it!
Raid.
Okay, so there it is, because Tally's a Viking. We'll go with Yonk Yonk. So everybody just copy-paste that as we go into Tally's channel. We'll see you guys over there. We'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon for some World Heroes. I'll see you guys on the Discord channel, and I'll just see you around in general. Yeet!
Thanks
Don't
for
be a
watching,
rhomboid.
everybody.